live?
Hello, the internet.
The internet.
I'm going to make a compilation video of every time you say, "Are we live?"
You have to make good on that.
It's going to be, "Are we live?
Promised.
Are we live? Are we live?"
You promised. Alex will
Are we
remix
live?
it.
Okay, you make the Are We Live
Alex
supercut. I'm gonna make a Tom supercut.
Ooh.
All Tom speaking.
Ah, that'd be the hot supercut.
The best of Tom.
Must be Alex.
Just to double check, Team West Coast, you guys can still hear us?
Yep.
Good. Okay, and I can hear you guys?
Yeah. Oh, can you?
Yes, we can. Okay, good.
Ouch.
Question mark?
Let's see. That's there. Audio input capture.
Nice.
That seems important. I don't know if I can actually hear myself right now.
That's fine.
No.
Do you need to?
No, not me hear me, but the stream. Because if the stream can't hear me, this is going to be pretty real funny. Why don't you guys make small talk for a second while I double check that I'm halfway decent?
We have a special guest star.
We do.
It's Fang-Ying.
Oh, hello.
This is Fang-Ying, the internet.
Yay.
She's
I
joining
didn't
us.
realize I was a guest star, but
Yeah.
that was cool.
If you look at our previous casts, you can sometimes hear Fang-Ying in the background
Faintly.
of Nathan's camera.
That's true. Also, Nathan's in St. Louis this time, which you can tell because he's in the same frame as Alex.
I touch Alex.
I guess
gone.
that could have also meant that Alex went to Seattle, but it would have meant that Fang-Ying came to St. Louis.
Oh yeah.
That was me. That was my hand over there.
That could be
Over
interesting.
Yeah, you could like swap
Like
people.
a swap of
Why
Alex.
am I on the screen?
Like wife swap thing.
Over.
It's very
I
similar.
end up with Alex.
Yeah.
You end up with Alex, that's right.
Oh,
Ah.
I didn't sign up for this.
No one signs up for Wife Swap. That's the show. I surprised you
Someone must
by
have signed
taking
up.
your wife.
The husband sign up.
Oh.
The wives don't sign up.
Nice.
Sorry, I was making you watch an ad.
Oh yeah, you got that one too?
Yeah.
Today's stream is sponsored by the Giddy Goat There we go. Giddy Goat Coffee Milk Stout from Public House. They're from Rolla.
Rolla, Missouri.
Rolla,
The internet.
Missouri.
Is there
Yes.
another
We're also sponsored by
Joe and
the
Allyson, can you say a thing?
Black Chocolate Stout
After
of
Susan.
Brooklyn Brewery,
Which is not in St. Louis.
which is in Brooklyn,
Right.
New York.
We're sponsored by Deschutes Jubile Ale. I don't know where it's from, and it's far too malty,
Oh,
but it's here.
I did see that one at My Schnucks.
Bye.
So you have to try harder if you're trying to prove that you're in California.
That's right. The internet. Schnooks. Look it
Oh,
up.
it's in Oregon.
Yeah.
So that's from Nathan's next. Wait,
Close
no, that's
enough.
Washington. Yeah,
Near.
I know.
I
Basically.
can claim Oregon.
Okay.
Is it Oregon or Oregon?
No.
What?
Oh.
Not St. Louis.
Washington is claiming Oregon.
Rude.
Not St. Louis isn't claiming
I'm not
Oregon.
annexing
Orange oil
anything.
next time.
No?
Orange oil?
Which of our 13 neighbors, that's right,
I don't
do
know.
you
She
want?
said do the thing.
Specifically,
I'll find out later.
Arkansas? Illinois?
we're not next to Indiana.
Yeah, we are.
That's the one.
We are.
Oh, we are?
I'll
Okay,
tell you
that's
about
the
the
right
time I
choice.
completely
Yeah.
Wait,
blew
we're
it
not
in a
next.
sense.
Good
What
job,
did we say?
Alex.
What?
I said, which one of our 13 neighbors do you want to annex?
There are 8,
Pardon.
and Indiana is not one of them.
Isn't it?
Doesn't
I thought
it?
it
It
touches
touches...
just
Because it's
past
like, here's Illinois, and then here's Indiana,
No,
and
it's
here's
not
Kentucky.
Indiana, or no, it's Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee,
No.
I
Arkansas,
bet if you count Indiana,
Oklahoma,
we can get up to 13 pretty
Right,
quick.
doesn't Indiana switch in
Oklahoma,
between-
Kansas, Nebraska.
I don't
Iowa.
geography.
Don't play with Susan.
I don't.
Sorry.
I just said I don't. Shout.
Okay, so we're live. We did it. We made it.
Woo!
All of our audio's balanced. This is
Nice.
City of Mist.
Yep.
Ideally, the last part of the Fear and Loathing in Little Harlem episode.
We'll see about that.
We don't touch
Yes.
Indiana.
You guys. You probably noticed and covered this. The format's a little bit different on account of we've got people in different places. And also we've got a guest star, Fang-Ying, over there. She'll be picking up for Mila for me, so I don't have to.
Nice.
And also because, so she can play.
All right, important update. Our 8 neighbors are
8.
Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Illinois. In
Indiana.
and Indiana.
Indeed.
And sometimes
In our
Indiana.
When you're
That's
feeling
right. Out of
feisty.
all of our 8 neighbors, we would rather annex Indiana. There aren't 13. That's a lot.
So we'll.
What a silly guess that would have been.
Do what?
Go ahead.
Okay. We'll cover like real quick for Fang-Ying's benefit the general plot so far, and then we'll do last episode so that she has some idea of what she's doing here.
Nice.
This City of Mist, compared to Dungeons and Dragons, it's a lot more roleplay, a lot less numbers,
True.
which is great.
Okay.
It's fun.
This particular story is about our unlikely group of friends, we'll say, attempting to get to the bottom of what seem to be more and more organized crime circuits in the greater Los Louisiattle area.
Okay.
They've been, for the majority of the episodes of the season, trying to figure out what's going on with the Japanese mafia and the Irish mafia, but they got sidetracked with, I guess, more street level stuff.
Okay.
It's the
So
Netflix portion.
it's the Netflix portion. Do you guys remember what happened last time?
Okay. So the first time we ran into Mila and Amon was whenever we were trying to recover a kidnap victim.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The kidnap victim was someone they know also.
Ness
Her name
Warren.
is Ness. Yep. And then we found out that... Hold on. Amon and Mila are part of a private investigation, which the name escapes me currently.
Tutankhamun.
Two
Too
uncommon.
uncommon. Right.
I just cut the middleman out.
It's
of
like-
it.
And I can't remember the name of the library /
The
community
Kennedy
center.
Community Center.
Yes. They had a recent thing they had their Ankh get stolen?
Yeah,
Do we know it's not an Ankh?
Ice.
It's a
Can't do
knot.
it.
Yes.
Pardon. Yes, they had their amulet, their protective ward, get stolen from the library, which should be
Knot of
impossible
Isis.
since the Knot of Isis protects against such things as stealing, and just generally keeps the community center on the up and up.
Mhm.
Crime, right? The knot of ISIS prevents crime.
Prevents crime
Mhm.
taken against the holder, the owner of it. So, with specific regards to Fang-Ying's character, they're I'm not going to say rival. There's another private detective firm. Susie's character, Corinne, is a police officer, and everybody else has more or less been, I'm not going to say deputized, but brought on to assist in the investigation. On the other hand, your character, along with her husband, Amon, they are working in their own private investigation to handle stuff on their end in Little Harlem.
Okay, but are we collaborating with the policeman?
You are.
Okay.
In the last episode, they were trying to find kidnapped victim.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time as your character and Amon were trying to save the same kidnapping victim.
Oh, okay, so we're on the same case.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
That's when you guys got sidetracked.
Do I know secret things that, like...
You know things that they haven't known.
Okay.
Mhm.
But how do I know those things?
What are you asking?
You're asking when to reveal that thing that you...
Yeah, like one of them are like, surprise!
Tell us
like,
all! Tell us
yeah.
all the things!
I guess you can do that. You can be like, nudge, nudge. Remember that thing, you know?
I mean, like, honestly, I was making a lighthearted remark earlier about how it's not really my story, but it's not really my story.
Oh.
So if you feel like it's a good time to share some information,
Alexis.
Oh,
go
okay.
for
Just
it.
make things up. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, like,
Okay.
you should
Like
have enough on the
following-
sheet to
yeah.
start with.
Yeah,
But
okay.
whatever you say with, I'll roll with.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, in the immediate ending of the episode, everybody was trying to figure out some different way to investigate how the crime that should have happened.
Mm-hmm.
So far, you guys had a lead and a character whose name I don't think I took down, but I think
Bradford
Jeff did.
Mills?
Say again?
Bradford
Bradford
Mills.
Mills?
Yeah, Bradford Mills
Mills.
checked out a handful of Egyptian mythology books.
And he has a brand new library card.
And he's a lieutenant for Bass. Bass?
Possibly.
Yeah, Stuart Bass.
Bass.
Yes.
Who is one of the 2 head crime honchos around these parts.
Yes.
The other one's a snake.
Susie
Egyptian
also
crime
worked
hunter.
an angle. Who did you talk to, Corinne?
Sarah?
Sarah Burgess. A mildly suspicious library employee. 17-year-old possible have. That's what I've got written down.
17-year-old possible have? Have.
Yep.
Got you.
It's the terminology
Terminology
that
we just started using.
Yep, that Mila and Almo use.
They refer to people. So the whole core concept of the City of Mist is that there's a mist that prevents people from knowing that supernatural things are happening. So generally speaking, if you're not supernaturally inclined, you wouldn't perceive the supernatural things happening. You might have turned and not seen it. You might have rationalized it as smoke and mirrors, or you might just ignore it entirely.
I don't believe in those things I saw.
You've got,
Swamp gas.
strictly speaking, you're
That's from my hearing.
more powerful than
City of Swamp
all of them.
Gas.
Oh,
It's not the same
gonna
ring.
have is someone
Not
who
quite.
knows that they're supernatural things.
Yes.
Okay.
And we are all haves / have abilities
Yep.
and such.
What
and
angle were you guys out west working?
I don't
That's a really good
think
question.
we were.
I don't.
we were trying to remember.
I think we were going down the videotapes, but then that ended up being nothing because I think you rolled like a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were cross-referencing the videos and unfortunately couldn't glean any information.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who
did
went in came out.
Say again?
Everyone
Yes.
who went in came out. Was the
Yeah.
note I had on your security footage check.
Were you working a different angle or were you assisting in the investigation? Help me out, Joe. Avery.
I thought I was just assisting with that.
Okay.
Like, that was, yeah, all right, yeah, for that part.
I think so.
Yeah, because no matter what, your assist roll couldn't have helped.
No.
It was how bad of a roll I got.
Okay, and then what angle were you guys working at the time?
We had just left together. Where did we go?
You guys went to either so everyone else was in the library proper that left the soup kitchen portion and the
Yeah,
community
couple of
center,
dice.
like the
Yeah.
youth outreach.
Just told
Right.
him to.
Okay.
I remember hanging around the community center for a bit, just trying to get a read
Nice.
on
You tried.
but I don't think I left
Do you want some
that
dice?
area.
Go.
I don't want to know.
Okay,
Do you
I
remember?
didn't either. No.
and then do you
There's
remember
another
what
one
you're up to?
I don't.
Okay.
I meant to grab. I meant to
It's
grab my
okay.
notes. You said community center,
Yeah, there's the youth outreach and then there's the soup kitchen portion.
youth outreach, and the soup kitchen. And where were we going to both of those? Sorry.
They're attached
Maddie.
to the Kennedy Library.
Yeah, there were the subsections.
The Kennedy Library and Community Center is divided into the youth outreach portion, the library proper, and the...
It's okay.
Oh, thank you.
Maddie's here too.
Youth outreach center, library proper, and soup kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soup kitchen.
Okay, so hypothetically
You've
speaking, if
selected
you were
soup
going
kitchen.
to the soup kitchen,
Uh-huh.
what
Turn to
would
page
you
23
be
for soup
looking
kitchen.
for?
Sorry.
Clues.
Clues, sure. Any specific way?
Are we going together?
Are we?
I can't remember.
Can be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
We'll
go.
pick up here in the thick of it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We can just rotate it. Yeah, it's not bad.
Nice.
Got a little swivel system now.
Haha.
Whoa.
Oh wow,
Rad.
Nice.
21st century tech.
Neat. We didn't even need a Susan.
Turntable. We didn't need a
Turntable.
turntable.
It's a
Turntable.
perfectly good word for it.
Those play music. That's a different thing already. Pick a new one.
Turntable got stolen by record players in the 20th century. It was used long before that.
I believe that.
They were called Lazy Susan.
We're
way
reclaiming
before
their
turntable.
I'm not gonna pull my headphones.
I'm gonna find something horrible called an Allyson and send it to you every day.
Nothing. There's nothing.
There's nothing.
The worst you can do is Alice in Wonderland, and I've heard that one. So
Allyson Chain.
Alice in
Okay.
Chains. There you
Sure.
go. Yeah. Put Alice in configurations.
We'll make a new thing.
I'm just gonna start using Allyson as a really terrible word.
Okay.
So what is the angle that you guys are working?
Okay.
Allyson, I can't wait to see you in a few months, in like a month.
What are
really
we looking
excited.
for exactly?
Looking forward to it.
Clues.
Are you? I might just stay home.
So let's see. So I didn't really find anything when I was hanging around the rec area. Man,
Nathan takes really tiny notes.
I do.
He's got tiny pieces of paper on which to
Yeah.
get the notes.
Um,
Do you need more note cards?
We're
I've
trying to
got
figure
some.
out-
I do have a
we
note
have
card.
so many
Okay.
notebooks at mine. I like buying them.
I don't know. Maybe we could. So I have notes that Bass and what's the other guy?
Do you think he takes notes
Wait.
on those
The
tiny
snake.
pieces of paper, or do you think he transfers
What's
Bass
this?
notes?
And
Where?
Where is this?
Yeah.
Where?
Okay.
But I think he's
We're
Spencer.
Do you
running
think he takes notes on tiny
shop
pieces
shops.
of paper, or
I
do
don't
you
know if
think
we
he
want to
transfers
try
his
to
notes to a tiny piece of paper
find
for
bikes
easy travel?
Yeah.
or other
Okay.
Different
chopped items.
What's chop shop? I am like completely lost.
Chop shop
right
is
now.
where they steal something and then take it apart and sell
And
it,
then they sell the
the
pieces.
individual parts.
Yeah.
Why would you sell a whole car when you could sell all the pieces?
Actually,
You
you
know,
make a
I did
lot more
consider
money
that.
doing that.
Selling the pieces or a whole car?
Selling
Selling
the
the
pieces.
pieces.
They knew, the crime lords,
Yeah.
not me.
Yes.
Wait, which of Bass and where inclusive and runs a
Yes.
chop shop?
Both of them,
Yes.
they run about the same type organizations.
Okay, but different
Yes,
chop
and we're
shops
just
because they're
running
not together
different
anymore.
chop
Right.
shops.
They had a bad breakup.
Some members are halves, including Bass, who is snaky, and
Oh, Bass is the
Ware,
snake.
who is sharp of mind.
Ha.
That's what
I hope
my
he's a
notes
literal
say.
sword.
And we're looking for that. Who got murdered?
Sorry?
No one's
No one's
been
murdered
No one's
this
been
time.
Okay.
murdered.
Yes.
The crime that you guys are investigating is the theft of the Knot of Isis,
Racist.
which is kind of suspicious
Right.
because
It shouldn't have been
Right.
able to be a
Oh
Bass.
my gosh.
so-
Okay, it's flooding back. Gotcha.
But there was
But
also
no
a
one got
recent
murdered
fight
this
in the
episode.
Kennedy Community Center, right?
yes,
Was that between members of these gangs, or was that between other individuals?
we'll say it was between members of the gangs.
Okay. Cool.
So what would a soup kitchen know about all of that?
Yeah, I mean,
You know about a chop
what
shop.
about a chop shop? Right?
So
Is there
About a
anyone
chop
in
shop
this
about-
Chop
kitchen
suey
with a
on
big pair of
Thursday.
Heyo.
pliers, hedge clippers? Right.
for your benefit, Fang-Ying,
Oh.
in the top right hand corner,
Yeah.
it's got a list of all of the different moves that you would do.
Yeah.
If in general, if you're
Videographer.
trying to impact the game, like if you're trying to do a thing, you would want to make a move from that list.
Okay.
Yeah.
But am I like where am I now? I guess like
You
people
are currently at the Kennedy Center with us.
Oh
and
really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
with you guys.
You
are.
and Amun told us that Bradford Mills, the purveyor of cereal, presumably, was a lieutenant for Bass. Or
Must be a
Base.
general.
Bass.
Bass.
soup kitchen.
Okay.
There's
Bass.
a like
Bass
is
crime
one of the head
area,
honchos
like a
of the crime
small
honchos.
house.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
okay.
there's
we'll do
three
that.
Like a
building
youth
components.
sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, like
Wait,
We,
okay,
we
cool.
started at the Kennedy
Okay,
Center,
then I'm
but
on
we
the soup kitchen.
we found his name, and then
Okay.
you guys were like, "Hey, that name sounds familiar. I think
Okay.
he's the lieutenant
I
of
see.
Bass's
Okay.
crime division
Okay.
Right.
group."
And then now we're at the soup kitchen.
I think they are.
Well,
We're at the soup
There is
kitchen.
the soup kitchen. If you want
It's
to be
part
there
of the
too, that's
Kennedy
fine.
Center.
I guess I'll be at the
Alex,
soup
I like
kitchen
your
of the
glasses.
Kennedy.
Thank you.
And you're investigating.
Mhm.
Just
that
noticed.
And then all these
I
little
like
bullet points
Yeah.
will add
I like
to
the-
whatever you're trying to do.
person. Okay. So
Did
I
you do
use
Zenny?
these, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything you're trying to do
Ooh.
up there, you can be
Across
like,
the
"I use
Yeah,
this
like
and
I'm
this
gonna
and
be
this."
like, I'm a
Oh,
public
neat.
figure.
That's really neat. I
Like,
can't wait to get
public
some
figure.
Zennies.
And be
Yeah.
like, I am famous.
Yeah,
like,
and they'll
publication
add like
or
one to your
whatever.
book.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Okay.
So let's ask some of the employees at the soup kitchen.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to implicate the
Just-
employees, but yeah, let's do it. I'll investigate.
Get
do you have
soupy.
bonuses to investigate rolls? Out of
I
curiosity, because I do not.
don't
Fang-Ying
think I
would.
have.
Your
She's a private
character is able
investigator.
to run your own investigation. So
I'm
if
pretty
you're making
naive.
an investigation roll,
Yeah.
I have ace investigators.
that would
Hey.
definitely count in your favor.
Nice.
Nice.
You're gonna have to help me out with the rotation business.
The rotation business?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. The if you're making an investigative check, which you might in just a minute, you've got to have a method and a source. So a source would be like they're talking about maybe asking the people who work there.
Okay.
Yeah, so the employees would be the source, and the method that you would be using could be asking them, or trailing them, or dusting them for fingerprints. Or
Okay.
This guy's got 10 fingerprints.
Wait.
Okay.
Suspicious.
So
10
whoever
different
wants to make the first move, by all means, go.
I've done things already. It's
You
my
have.
turn.
I'll go for it.
Yeah, I don't really have investigation bonuses.
I'll ask around.
Nathan's rolling. He's got a camera.
Oh, I have
don't need to shut
a 8 on my investigate roll.
Okay. So an 8 is between 7 and 9, so you would get, I believe, 1.
Everyone doesn't tell me. I assume 1.
Ah,
Yeah, because it's a succeed but not a
Hang
great
in there.
success.
Yeah.
So
Feel free to ask me a question.
Nathan asks Soup Kitchen.
yeah, so I guess asking the people who are working there if they have noticed anyone who might be involved with the chop shops going on.
Okay, so if you ask them about what's going on with the chop shops, the general response would be that there have been people, and probably more than usual, coming in that they suspect are gang affiliated,
Okay.
but no one that they know specifically has done anything. And specifically speaking, these people wouldn't know about the no.
Right.
Right.
Right. So this is like they're noticing more people who are maybe coming in to do some shady stuff, but
Right. Larger gang
no one
presence.
who's like coming
But not
in.
getting soup?
No one has come in and said,
With-
I will now steal.
Right, or like, here is the stuff I have chopped today.
Yes.
Please give me money for my choppings.
Do you think they call the fruits of their
Definitely.
chops the
Oh, yeah.
choppings?
And the gang
If
members
not,
are
what
not
are we
Right.
doing?
patrons
Right.
at the soup kitchen.
Right.
No.
They're set. I wonder if they're using the homeless as a source, like for chop shop things. Like I don't know. I think my brain goes to
Chop
dumpster
shopping
diving.
humans!
No. Oh, gross! My brain
stealing the
goes
homeless'
to
cars.
dumpster diving and like collecting and things, and the homeless as a
Paying them to do the dirty work.
as an available personage.
I just
Oh,
got
like
a
they
nice
can,
suit.
like,
I don't want to
yeah.
hop in this
Yeah.
dumpster. You there, homeless person.
Yeah.
Hop in this dumpster for me.
In the stream chat.
That's me. I said hello.
Yeah, or just some sort of
No one's
in that
responded
way.
yet.
And
Yeah,
low
maybe.
stinky chat.
Oh no.
So
I have questions though.
Yeah.
Sure,
If you
they
want to make
could've
your own
been
investigation, by all
So-
means.
What's up, Allison?
I'm saying, or they could be witnesses. They may have been involved, or they could have seen stuff because
Yes.
people tend to ignore homeless.
Could have seen stuff.
What are you doing?
She's rolling.
For investigating.
What are you investigating?
I'm asking him another question.
Okay.
Because he said he's out of questions. So
Do you have analysis?
I guess I'm talking to the people again, but to make it narratively more interesting, while he's talking to the people, I'm going to sit down and talk to some homeless people.
Okay. What are you asking the homeless people?
I am asking them if maybe anyone's offered them some money to collect. They wouldn't straight up tell me that.
They might, if you're charming enough.
They might, if I'm charming and if I'm, I don't know, policy enough. Yeah, sure. I'll straight up ask that with a 7.
Any bonuses?
Have you been asked to collect any items or anything that might be of interest to somebody who wanted to sell something as part of it?
So the individual that you're talking to, Marco, says,
Oh, hi, Marco.
hey, as far as I've noticed, no one's been asking us to do any odd jobs around here. If you're talking about someone who might have been, like, connected, I keep a pretty good eye on the place. And, I don't, at least it's been my experience, no one's asked anything. Mostly the only thing that we see in here is just people coming and going doing their jobs. Nothing suspicious about that.
What sort of jobs do they do?
I mean, you've got the people with the labels, and then you've got the people coming and collecting, bussing. I assume that there are dishwashers in the back, people taking out the trash,
That's about it?
more or less. I mostly just eat, I don't work here.
Well, yeah. But I would think that, you see a lot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You sit, you talk, you see stuff.
Mm-hmm. Have you noticed an increase in any kind of people you don't know coming around here? People you haven't seen before?
I mean, I know a lot of people, so no.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. I was just thinking it's generally, the same force of people, and a couple of the people we've been talking to said there has been an influx recently in just,
sure.
People who aren't normally around here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, there's still, community figures, as it were, but no one new.
Who do you mean when you say community figures? Can you give us
Gang
names?
members?
Yeah. That's what I was going for.
Basses and wares groups.
Basses and wares groups? Okay. Okay.
You see them in here, and I mean, they don't cause a ruckus most of the time, but...
Do you have any idea what they might be looking for?
Nope. In fact, I wasn't sure that they were looking for anything, but I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
Is there a way we can talk to them?
Thanks, Marco.
I guess. Oh, is there a way we can talk to them?
Talk to whom?
The members of Bass's group.
Sure.
Well, that's what we want to do, right?
I would like to do that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So if you wanted to, you could make an investigative roll, which would be taking 2d6, which I think you've got in hand.
Yeah.
Adding whatever would be relevant.
I guess Ace Investigator?
Sure.
Is
Seems
that
good.
That'll add a 1.
Can I add more?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, if it's relevant, sure.
Community connections?
Yeah.
Seems like a good one.
What's the
But before you throw the dice, your source is going to be the...
Oh, the source is like Marco, I guess.
Okay.
And then I'm asking Marco, who should I talk to?
Okay, so you're trying to find the
gang
right
member.
people to talk to.
Yeah.
All right.
4? Well, 2 plus 2.
4 plus 2?
That's like the worst
2 plus
roll
2.
2 plus 2.
She rolled snake eyes.
Really bad.
Good start.
Sorry.
You got it out of the way early. It's fine.
I blame it on Nathan's
Marco
dice.
suddenly
That's
loses
fair.
the ability to
If
talk.
you want some other blue dye, you let me know.
Okay, so the... I should look at this so that I see
I
the
get
names.
stabbed,
Okay.
is what happens.
Marco suddenly dives out of the way. He just dies. He just falls up.
So in the Powered by the Apocalypse engine games, they have a concept called failing forwards. And I guess that's what we do.
Oh.
You're asking Marco about what individuals might be a good idea of someone to talk to. And at that moment, out of the corner of your eye, you see someone, his hairs almost sort of stand on end. His eyes go wide, but he's trying to downplay it by slowly bringing his eyes back into normal shape. And he starts to make towards the exit.
Oh.
Neat.
So we want to run after this person, I guess.
Tries to sidle away.
To do something discreetly or deceptively, we can like sneak follow them.
Oh, definitely.
Everyone is involved, right?
Uh-huh.
So maybe someone who has like good sneak. Wait, is one person rolls a good sneak? Does everyone sneak together?
No, they sneak.
Oh, damn.
We don't have our
Yeah.
invisible person with us, as helpful as
I'm
that
the
is.
best sneaker, but I'm not with you right now.
Oh,
Yeah, this
where
is-
are you?
She's a professional sneaker.
She's currently looking at
Somewhere safe with the video.
Security.
Oh, that's right. You're
Oh.
upstairs.
I don't know that I'm with you guys in the soup kitchen either.
Right? I
thought
think
we were
it's
at the-
just
I think I
CC Otto
Mhm.
and Mila.
Mila.
Wait, is Amun also in the soup kitchen?
I mean, we do have cell phones.
Amun sneaks?
Sure.
It's true. And we
Amun's
should
not
use them.
particularly sneaky. What should we?
Use cell phones to communicate.
Yes,
things
that
as
would be wise.
they become apparent. Yeah.
Unlike D&D,
What's a
we
cell
have cell
phone?
phones.
What's the thing? Message.
Oh, yeah.
Finger gun.
Message.
Finger guns.
Um,
In D&D.
Right.
In lieu of cell phones.
Gotcha.
You message people.
Right.
Okay, so I believe at this moment, currently Avery and Patrick are upstairs working video footage.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, Corinne and Owen are currently working
Front desking,
leads.
I think.
Yeah.
Because we'd
I don't
found
know how
out
fast we
the
can get him
checkout
down
records
here.
up at the front, and then either Mila or Amun or both told us that Brett Marshall was... No, what's his face?
Bradley Mills.
Bradford Mills.
Bradford Mills.
Okay.
Damn random name generator.
So that would leave
General
the
Mills.
3 of you and also Amon.
Yeah.
Amon is not sneaky.
Okay.
He's kind of a tall,
Yeah, he's big.
flashy dressed guy.
Tall, statuesque black man.
What if we try to seduce the guy into talking?
Do it.
I mean, I am glamorous and intelligent and authoritative.
Yeah.
Do it.
That's what I was just
Sorry,
thinking,
sorry.
actually.
Right?
Okay, we're just gonna walk after the guy.
Do it.
I'm walking up behind the building, right? Like he's out the door.
Yeah, he's walking out
Okay.
through that main front entrance.
Okay, we're gonna walk out with him. Is anyone around? No?
No.
Okay.
Just for us and whoever created this game.
Okay, Fang-Ying, do you want to go the seductive route or do you want to go the forceful route? Because I know what Cece would do.
Right? I feel like, because my character has the right person for the job, and it says boundless confidence, fake it till you make it, and très chic.
Ooh.
All right.
Like, you know.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess we'll try to
Okay.
seduce the person.
Good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Get
Yeah.
him.
Do I roll?
Do you want
Yes.
different die?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see if those ones are better.
Maddie lost
Well,
two
that's like,
dice.
is that
I'm gonna
plus,
try
is
and
that
find
plus
that
two?
fuck?
at a later time.
Say again, I'm
But
sorry.
I know it's
Is
around.
that plus 2?
I know it's around though, and I will find it
So
before the night's end.
you tell me.
Oh, okay. Ah, wait.
Wait,
What's that?
so
So
before
There's
there's
a
6 on the
convince roll.
floor.
Oh, there's a
That's
6
three
on
up
the
here.
floor.
That's a 9.
Back
Fang-Ying rolled a nat 9.
But what are you doing?
Seducing.
Oh, so we're walking
Convince.
after
It's
the
a convince
guy
roll.
to like seduce him and get his attention,
Okay,
not
so
not
you're-
just by walking, though.
right.
like flirting,
Right.
for
Okay.
example.
While walking.
Hey, buddy boy, where you going? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please say, hey, buddy boy, where you going?
Oh,
That's
that'd be
exactly
good.
what Cece would say. Are you kidding me? So it's a convince roll.
Okay, so you're making convince roll.
Do I need
and
to do
roll
it too?
the 9 total, right?
Yes, and I guess I can add like 1 or 2 for the power tags. There's boundless confidence
Mm-hmm.
and très chic.
Okay, so
I know it's like.
so it's a
closely
7
based
plus
on
2
your
or a 9
substance.
plus 2?
It's a 9 plus 2.
Okay, so that's
Yes,
that's a
I
10
rolled
plus
much
10.
better this time.
Okay.
Is
So
that
then
one? We still need
your move would
You haven't done
succeed.
yours.
There's no. I don't get to make a move to punish you. You rolled well enough. That
Okay,
you would
cool.
succeed.
So we got
What are you
his
saying?
attention. So we're saying,
The guy.
oh, how's it going? Can you help me with something?
Yes.
Nice. Perfect.
Come over here.
And
And then someone else
yes,
can punch him.
Perfect.
And then someone else can what?
Can punch him.
Oh, good.
Or something. Or like,
Okay.
you know.
Tackle him.
Yeah.
Kidnap him.
Does that weaken him? Like, because he's distracted?
No. I got
It might
this.
add a
I'm
status.
excited.
I don't. If I were to resist what she's trying to do, so she's saying, "Come over here, let's talk." He's gonna do it, but
Okay.
hypothetically, if I resisted it, then he would take a status of like 1 charmed or
Okay.
something
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
But
So
so
he's into it, so he's
Yeah,
going.
he's disarmed. he
He's into
didn't see this coming. I guess he wasn't paying attention to you while she was asking all the
Yeah.
questions.
Mhm.
And he's willing enough to stop his hasty retreat to stop over. And he's like, "So what exactly do you need help with?"
Cece's gonna make an attack roll to slam him up against the wall with water.
Where are
At
you
the
getting the
library.
water?
We've
Okay.
established that I carry a canteen.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
Okay.
I missed
All right.
that part.
No, I almost said something about it, and I was like, do I need to retcon this? Or no, we already did this.
Just got water
Okay,
balls.
so I'm gonna make an attack roll just to slam him up against the wall. I just want to scare him. I just want to rattle
Water
him.
bottle slam.
That is a
9.
a 10
A
with
10.
the tag of water bending.
So you say you're making an attack roll, but that's not
That's not a thing.
1-to-1 a thing.
Oh, okay.
You could be giving it, or pardon me, not giving it all you got. What do we
Break
call it?
him.
I guess
Going
it's still a
toe-
convince
toe-to-toe?
because I want to threaten him.
Face danger.
Okay. So you're
Or if
you're
he's
Or
staging.
maybe change the game.
I would say
Take a
probably
risk.
hit it with all
Okay.
you've got,
Okay.
or change the game, or you could make an argument for convince. I'd buy any of those, but just tell me which one you're doing.
Convince him with
Okay, cool.
force.
I still mostly I want to scare him into talking.
Yeah.
So I would make it a convince roll.
Okay. And what number did you say you rolled?
10.
A 10. Okay.
Convinced.
So
really
you
to-
have thrown him up against. Tell me what that looks like. What does the camera see?
The camera just sees him slam up against the wall by his shoulders,
Okay.
pushed by some water.
pushed by
You
his
shoved
shoulders.
him, or are you like pinning him?
Pinned him against the wall, like up against it. Like picture picture somebody grabbing somebody by the collar and holding them up. It's an upward sort of angle, but
Okay.
he's up and his feet are not on the ground.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So he's definitely spooked.
Uh-huh.
He puts together that you were the one who was asking about talking to. It was Bass's group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he figures out that he's probably in some trouble.
Tell me everything you know about what's going on with what's the knot?
The knot of ISIS.
About what's going on with the knot of ISIS.
The what?
The knot of ISIS.
Is that the thing?
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm looking for right now.
I don't know. I know it's been taken.
Where is it?
I don't know. I didn't take it.
Who would know?
Who took it?
You could ask Bass, but if you could not mention that it was me.
That it was you who took. Wait, what? I'm sorry, I'm confused. This
That's
is not.
He wants you to
narratively-
not tell
Please don't
Bass
get me in
that this
trouble.
guy is.
Okay, don't
Your
get
source of
you in
information.
trouble. Yeah, sure. Never heard of you. I don't even know your name, pal. I'm looking for information.
Steal his
I
ID.
guess, strictly speaking, you don't know his name.
No.
It's also Bradford Mills, ironically.
I'm looking for information and I don't have a lot of time.
Ooh,
Okay.
turn this too much.
So he gives you. No, he can't give you anything. He's pinned to a wall. If you let me down, I could write a note with an address. If that'd work.
She lets his arms go, but his feet are still off the ground.
Okay. He reaches into his pockets, I guess.
It's still by the shoulders, so he can move his arms.
So he grabs a pen and some crumpled up receipt tape from gasoline that he bought
Wet piece
earlier,
of paper.
Yeah.
and writes down an address and like holds it out and shrugs.
He's gonna type it into. No, that's not gonna give me much. I want to type it into Google Maps and see what comes up, like what area it is at least. So what you're seeing is she's got a pop socket, so she's not gonna drop her phone. Don't worry. So what you're seeing is this and this.
Except the one arm's made of water.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, because she's
because
got
she's
one-armed box.
she's got the one arm with the water. Yeah, going on.
Okay. So you type it in, it's maybe like a mile and a half away from here. Still downtown-ish.
Did you say what it
Okay,
was?
cool. What am I gonna find at this address?
Okay.
That would be, it's an office building. It's not a big building. It's an office. If you go there, you could ask for Bass. He might show up or he might not. But he's, that's where he works.
Okay, you said he's got the thing.
I said that the thing's been taken.
The thing's been taken from you.
Not from me. I didn't take the thing.
No, from y'all. Or do y'all have it?
I don't know.
Okay, alright.
If we took it, you could ask Bass and he might tell you.
Neat. You've been very helpful. Bye!
Is he still pinned?
He's not hidden anymore. I just want him to be confused.
And I guess I
Confusion.
sneaked away in the meantime.
You're
Confusion
sneaking
is
away?
I
yes.
sneaked away during
Okay.
whatever just happened.
During that confrontation.
Yes.
Confusion is Cece's main source of. Okay, thanks. Bye.
He runs.
Neat.
Okay, so team upstairs in the computer lab. You're not having as many hits
got something.
on the Google search or on the video feed.
Nope.
What's your game plan from here?
Well, we just watched some shit go down in the kitchen from the security cam.
This is next door.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they're not the same.
They might have the same security footage.
If it's live, they can just watch me.
I assume you'd have access to the same security footage.
It's the same building.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know.
I'm bored. You want to
Ignoring
go
the
to how many people can make it
CCWTF
downstairs?
Was that Avery?
Okay.
Avery's gonna go do her thing.
Avery kind of wants to just mess with people in the library right now.
Nice.
No, like, you can be invisible. I can tell them to back up and they'll trip over you.
No.
You're not gonna invisible tabletop people?
Aww.
No. No.
You can tell them to fall
Sounds
over.
like we need to find. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find anything
Either.
more in the
Trip over
library.
your own feet.
So,
That's a good
I don't
voice.
know. I don't know. We could go try to find where other people are. See what
Yeah,
they.
at least regroup.
Yeah. Try and regroup with everybody because I don't know. It seems like the computer stuff is a dead end
Super dead end.
unless we can try and find known thugs who are associated with these groups and look for them on the security footage. But
Thugs.
it seems like a long shot.
I will support whatever decision
Any
you guys
thoughts
make.
on this?
I
Okay.
will
No regroup
text
with people.
you guys upstairs at least the name Bradford Mills so you have that as a jumping off point.
Cece's gonna text a selfie with the receipt. So she's gonna have to have you hold it because she's got to take the selfie. She's
Sure.
not using her water hand to hold the receipt.
Makes sense.
So it's gonna have both of us in it, and I'm assuming Mila probably doesn't really wanna
Yeah, I'm like,
want her face.
She's a well-known
in that,
public
but-
figure.
Okay.
I'm not here.
Just hold up the address for me.
Who else is still at the library?
I think we're all at the library.
Oh yeah, somewhere around there.
Everyone.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, we're all at the Kennedy Center.
Movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a complex.
Okay.
So
The only one I have to reference is Webster Groves in St. Louis, and that's a very big community center. Okay.
so Mila, Otto, and Cece are all in the soup kitchen portion,
Yeah.
and the rest
Okay.
of us are in the library portion.
Yes.
Sorry, Amun's also in the soup kitchen.
Almonds in the
Bless you.
soup kitchen. I don't think
Amun's
we
in the
have
soup.
flirting.
I remember
No.
this.
He put his foot in the soup.
No. We were like,
Okay.
oh,
Okay,
those
well, yeah,
libraries, let's go there.
I'll go down by the rest of you guys, and if you want me to Google the Brandon Mills or
Bradford
Bradford
Mills.
Mills, I can.
Okay.
Brad.
Like, I have my own laptop. I don't have to be in the other room for that.
Ah.
So,
Good deal.
yeah. I don't know. Does
Okay.
that sound wild?
Patrick and Avery regroup. I wrote it down. It has
Well,
to happen.
Avery might be doing her own thing. I have no idea.
Avery's going along with.
You can go with and tell people along the way to trip over themselves. It's not. It doesn't have to be an either or.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna trip people.
Yeah. As she's like walking down the hallway, the guy that she sees, she's like, spin around until you can't. Like, just keeps walking.
Just gonna make people dizzy until they get sick.
Spin around until you
Yeah.
can't.
That's good because she either finds out the limitation of that person or the limitation of her power.
Science.
Science.
That's how that works.
How does she know which it is?
I don't know if they stop
Tests.
spinning.
Ah.
If
Not
they
sure she
throw
cared.
up, then
That's
it's
them.
hard to tell.
That's
Or if they just fall over.
If they just fall over, that's until they can't. So they fell through.
Okay. Did you say that you were gonna make an attempt to glean some information about Bradford Mills?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll do that. Not just like normal Google search, but I'll do my internet savvy type Google search where I can see like
The source
things
code.
that
The dark web.
no,
Ooh,
yeah, but like
nice.
you have access to databases that most people don't and things like that. You know how to actually navigate things that don't have just a web address.
Okay.
So yeah, and that's it's not really my group though. It's just my super cool abilities as a hacker.
Your
We'll use
hack
my
source.
laptop. Yeah, my laptop and my internet. Yeah, Hack Swords is the title.
Okay.
And then plugged in because I'm using my cherry pie with its pineapple.
Okay. It's a +2.
Yeah, we'll do +2.
Making pie.
Sounds like a pineapple upside down cake.
I had cherry pie for the first time the other day, actually.
You had
How was
cherry
it?
pie for the first time?
Yeah,
What?
Nice. How was
never
it?
had cherry pie. It was
It was good.
tasty, as I would expect a cherry pie to be.
Good.
Ooh,
So
dang.
many
Who did-
questions.
who-
Why always?
Who deprived
Two
you?
total.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez, that's the
no.
second one tonight.
No, I got 4. 2's the lowest you can roll, so I got a 4
Nice.
total.
Yikes.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. while
Fail
I see
forward.
How to help you guys fail forwards.
Well, I don't think it's Avery. It was just Patrick failing.
Patrick, fail forwards.
Patrick
forgot
fails
your
forwards
laptop
a
charger?
lot.
It's a bot.
I mean, it says I get to make a move, but
Yeah.
Someone hacks her. Someone backhacks the hack.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I've seen that on movies. Don't know if it's a real thing.
Recently,
You forgot your
Wired.
rubber duck.
That's true. You gotta talk to your rubber duck, work it out.
Oh, that's my favorite thing.
Talk it through.
okay, Allyson.
Explain
What
the
kind of
thing to
information
your
were you
rubber
looking
duck.
for?
I love it.
Mostly to see if there was any criminal, like known criminal connections, or even like rumors of that.
Okay.
Hope there's a website called.
What sort of information on that would be like in that realm would exist about Patrick?
Oh, about Patrick?
He's Spider-Man.
Well, it depends on what website you look at, because he's more of like one of those white hat hackers. So in certain groups, that's like a noble thing to be doing, but in other groups, that's like, oh, don't tell him any information because he'll just tell the police,
It's a
sort of
narc.
thing. Yeah,
Okay.
viewed as more like a snitch.
So you might have some sort of, maybe not the same criminal record, but a record as an informant or as a narc.
yeah.
Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah, as far as information about,
Right.
Bradford Mills goes, I guess you don't find as much. Depending on what websites you're pinging, you might get some information that Bradford Mills was in here a couple of days ago, which would line up with the checking out of the book.
Okay. Which we kind of knew because of the record, the what are they called? The cards that you check out.
Yeah, the library
Oh,
cards.
it's all about these.
The Dewey Decimal System.
The Dewey Decimal
Dewey
System.
He's
Well,
old.
like, you know how they have those yellow cards in the book, and then you write
Yeah.
your name on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
that lines
knows
up
all
and
about
confirms
those.
what you
it's a
already know.
real card catalog.
Okay, lines up.
Actual
Checks
cards.
out.
cards.
And cataloging.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, what's you guys' game plan from here?
As a group.
Whoever.
Can
So-
we? What did we turn up anything on Bradford?
You found out based on location services that he would have been here, which lines up with what you heard about the library card and him checking out the books.
Do we have a way to find Bradford's current location? Do we have like a? I guess the library probably wouldn't have. The library might have records of his address on the library card.
Possibly.
We could go to his house.
Well, I could maybe see if, like, oh, I don't know if they store records like this. You can tell me. But, like, if he was in the library on December 24th, and then I could look through who connected to the Wi-Fi at the library on December 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing?
Sure.
I mean-
To what end?
Well, to find out his phone number, like his, your phone has an ID, right? Like,
Oh, the
what's
MAC
that called?
address?
Yeah, like a
IP
MAC
address?
address.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
IP address is more Wi-Fi, but the MAC address is the phone, which then maybe we could use to track his location.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's actually where my brain was going.
Hack
Hacker
it.
Pat.
If that's a thing, is that a thing?
Hack it.
Do they see Wi-Fi records like
It's
that?
Enough of a
Different
thing.
now.
Okay.
For a hacker of your caliber?
Oh yes.
It's
But
a
you have to
real
roll again.
possibility that
I have to
someone
roll
might-
again now.
It is a more than
If they can
tenuous.
do it in CSI, we can do it on City of Mist.
Oh, we can do anything now.
Okay.
Zoom in
All
on
right,
that
so I'm
license
definitely
plate
using
screw.
the pineapple.
It's up Philip's head.
Grab some water. Jeff, can I grab some water?
Of course.
And justify the means. Like, I
Actually,
don't
sounds really
enjoy
good. I'm gonna grab some water too.
Yeah. Okay.
Salty
+2.
barbecue.
All right, we're doing a +2. Oh, everybody's gone.
We're here.
Sorry.
You still
I didn't
have
hear a word you guys
Susan.
Patrick hacks.
Okay. An active Susan.
Damn straight.
Okay, so we're gonna use the end justify the means
Okay.
power tag because he doesn't enjoy stealing people's privacy, like their location, but in this case, he feels like the ends of finding maybe a criminal would justify the reasoning for doing this.
Okay.
And then his pineapple, because that's how I intercept Wi-Fi's and do
All the Wi-Fi's.
all the Wi-Fi's.
Just grab them. Just
No,
scoop them up.
Go. Let's get better than it. Well, it's a 6
8.
plus 2, so 8.
Is it
Yay!
eight? Nice.
Successful.
Ask me a question.
That's an 8.
Oh, they're silent.
What?
It's okay. They're
We said that's
not
an
Oh,
talking. Yeah, they're not froze. They're just not talking.
Yeah.
8. Did we all get still at the same time? Still and
Yeah,
quiet?
everybody went
Oh,
quiet.
Did you freeze?
No.
Uh-oh.
No, we're fine.
Oh. I heard celebration and then.
They made a successful roll investigating Bradford Mills. This is MAC address.
Patrick rolled more than 2.
What
Woo!
are you
Yeah.
asking? What's your question?
So I'm trying to use the MAC address of his phone to track his location.
Where is he right now? Is your
Right
question.
now. Okay.
Whoa.
Right now he's at the liquor store about 3 blocks east.
Okay.
His phone is connected to their Wi-Fi.
Let's go tail
Liquor
him
store?
At the liquor store.
so I can use the Meraki's. Right? Well, yeah. Okay. Meraki's are a thing we put inside stores to track your location while you're shopping.
Meraki's?
Yep.
Yeah, Cisco makes them.
Like
They can
maracas?
tell how long you looked at a display or what route you took around the
That's
store.
Terrifying.
Gross.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I read
Just
about
turn
that.
your cell phone totally off next time you go shopping. It's fine.
Just leave it
Airplane
at
mode
home.
all the time unless I need to get in contact.
Airplane
with
mode
someone.
doesn't cut it.
You have to kill it.
What?
Just put it in a box. Put it in a lead-lined box.
Yeah. Just bring a Faraday cage with you.
Just walk around in that. You'll be able to tell where your feet have been, but not the rest of you.
Terrifying.
That's when they send the
so
security
okay.
guard after you
I also
because they're
wanna
just
point
sure
out
you're
that Bradford
stealing
Mills,
something.
Well, this is like seems to be
initials are
advancing
BM.
A lot. Like we're getting
Because
key
I was gonna
information.
write-
Like I want to know that
Can track BM's
Cece and
movement.
Mila got an address out of this guy. I want to know that Patrick has this MAC
Oh.
address because these are all like leads
Oh.
that
Oh,
I
okay.
can remind people when we do the recap,
Smart.
right?
Okay.
Like, oh, like we have this information with this information. Let me pull it up. Yeah, these are
Liquor store Wi-Fi connected.
Site.
What do you think the password is at the liquor store?
It's the same as the name.
Liquor store?
No, it's Hank's.
Hanks.
Hank's Discount Liquor.
Hanks.
It's Hank's.
Apostrophe
H-A-N-K,
S?
No caps.
No apostrophe.
No apostrophe.
Just Hanks.
Hanks.
Discount liquor.
That's the name of the store.
Okay.
The Wi-Fi is Hanks.
Hanks.
And
Without an
apostrophe.
apostrophe.
Hanks.
All lowercase.
At Hanks Liquor Store.
Yeah.
Hanks Discount Liquor.
Yeah.
The liquor store that belongs presumably to a Hank.
I would
That's the
think.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
It's all
now
you,
what?
Allyson.
Well, I tell the group we know where he is if we want to go have
Let's go get
someone
him.
tail him
Rad.
or
Perfect.
Steal his
Yeah.
identity
Let's get him.
Let's get him.
while we're here.
maybe not all of us, maybe just like a small group.
That's fine.
Nope,
Let's
we're
do
all
it.
getting liquor.
Everyone.
Oh goodness.
Even Owen.
Well, Patrick's
Cece
not
will be
a
like a kid in a candy store at the liquor store. Think of all the bottles you could smash.
Can
Would it be
CC
harder?
bend alcohol?
Sure. It's mostly water.
I mean, it's
Oh.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Good luck.
Oh,
Okay, take a pause.
All right, we're taking a
Who wants
pause.
to be the lead on
I'll-
this part?
I'll get a-
Patrick's not a natural born leader.
I'll get a beer. I'll be back.
Woo!
Okay.
I like your socks. I like your socks.
thank you. Yeah, I switched them for today.
Nice.
Some that Fang-Ying got me.
They're good.
Wait, didn't you wear them last time?
Information.
Did I?
well,
Yeah,
D12.
even
Last time you were here.
And do you know
Did
the
I?
thing?
We'll play around.
Maybe. I like these socks.
They're good.
That's good.
Patrick's good at sneaking and hiding, but he's not going to be like,
Jeff,
No.
I wanted a circle ice cube, but I didn't want to mess up your thing. So I left it. No, I got the ice cube. I left the thing on the counter.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't want to fill it up wrong.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Have a ginger ale?
Yes.
So how's the new apartment?
Jeff
Good.
Circle ice.
We got a bunch of new furniture.
I love it.
Oh, nice. You all like unpacked and everything now?
No.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
I was gonna
Yeah.
be like really, really impressed if you were, so that's fine that you're not.
Yeah. No, but we bought this chair from Target and it came, but it's defective. Like the
Was the
screws
question
don't
that
screw
Patrick asked
into it.
before I left.
So we have to return it.
Aw, dang.
You
Hate
have to return the apartment?
The whole
Yep,
thing.
the whole thing.
What?
So
No, just a chair that we bought.
Oh, sorry.
It was broken, then I made it more broke.
Well,
Oh no.
No, all you had to do is take these screws and put them into like a metal port thing that's there.
Okay.
And so it's not like we drilled a hole or anything. It's a pre-threaded thing that you just screw the screws into.
Right.
Well, one side, fine. You got all three of them in there. The other arm of the chair, they wouldn't screw in at all, like maybe a 1/4 inch. And then it would like cross thread or something.
Ugh.
So after 7 times of calling them, we're just gonna return the chair.
We're just going
Aw.
to return it.
Yeah.
They won't help us.
It's fine.
Sorry.
That's okay. Let's go to IKEA.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
IKEA.
Well, hi again. Sorry about that.
Who's team leader at Hank's?
Yeah. Who's,
Okay, yeah.
Avery can lead.
What?
Do I,
Avery will go in and talk to him.
we're not
Nice.
anywhere near,
He's a guy.
I hope.
we're away from home, right?
You're maybe like 20 minutes away from where you live.
You call your cats.
Okay. No, I'm a bar owner. I wondered whether I might have any kind of proprietary relationship with Hank.
Are they a chain?
Probably not.
No.
No, it's just a small local
Local
guy.
liquor store.
Any like specialty anything that he sells? No.
Liquor?
All right, never mind then.
Swisher Sweets.
It's not like the only one who in town who carries some like obscure Bavarian liquor or something. No.
It is
Okay.
Bud Select.
That's the beginning.
Nobody wants
So you
that.
got it, Joe.
That's selected. No one knows what for, but it was selected.
So who
Patrick
all
can
is-
go, but he's not leading. He's
So-
just going to. He can help be invisible and tail the guy.
Okay, so we've
Since
got.
Hank is a small business owner and goes to the trouble of having Wi-Fi in his liquor store, I vote that we don't wreck his shop if we can.
We won't wreck his shop.
Just,
Gonna wreck it.
I hope that his establishment does not become wrecked over the course of our time there. Is that better, Avery?
Slightly better.
Cece crosses her fingers and puts them behind her back.
So does Owen need to come along and make sure to wreck the liquor?
Oh, sure. I'll definitely go to the liquor store.
Or is going to a liquor store not a great choice for a former alcoholic?
Ooh.
No, it's a good test.
Okay.
Let's
I'll
hang
go
out.
too.
Okay.
No, not too many people.
That's what we for.
Now the cops are there.
Wait. Does everybody even know that we're going, or are we all still like all separated out? and
No, they
stuff?
reconvened with us.
We're reconvened.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we all watched Patrick hack the system.
Everybody?
I did. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the soup kitchen people. Where are you guys?
Yeah.
I wasn't Team Soup Kitchen. I was at the desk.
Yeah.
I would have been on their way
Team
down.
Soup Kitchen texted you a selfie with the address.
Ah,
And so I'm
of course.
assuming-
The other address. Ooh, we could
That's
split
the
into
worst.
2 teams and
Yeah.
investigate both of our leads.
That would be good. I like that.
I want Team Liquor.
Same.
Team Hank.
Okay, so Hank's team is going to include Patrick, Owen, Corinne, and Avery. Yes?
Team
Yeah.
Patrick, Owen, Corinne, and Avery?
Yeah.
Is that 4?
That's 4.
Okay.
Yep.
Which leaves Cece, Otto, Mila, technically Amun. Am I missing someone?
Nope.
Okay,
Okay.
for the other team.
What,
So we're
what is
going
your
to
team
the
name?
address?
That's Bass's.
Bass. Oh, Bass's office.
Team
That's
Hank,
right.
Team Bass.
Team Boss's office, which is Otto, CC, Mila, Amen. Nice.
Remind me what the knot did. It should have made
Crime impossible.
crime impossible.
Which is why
that's
it's
right.
really weird that it got stolen
Wait, did
Ooh.
not
Was
make
It
crime
wasn't a
impossible?
crime.
in that area.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
area.
And
Oh.
as far as we know, the only bonus information we've had is for the owner.
Yes.
Here's my theory on that.
Nice. I love theories.
The person has a power kind of like Avery, where maybe they can do suggestion, and they suggested to the owners to let them borrow the amulet, and therefore it wasn't a crime when they
because
took
they
it.
owned it.
Oh.
That was
They're
Mila.
allowed to.
That was Mila and Amon's suspicion as well, which is why when they found out that Ness had been kidnapped, they thought that she might have had something to do with it.
The owner or no?
Not to say that you're wrong.
Ness is not one of the owners. Ness
Okay.
is their friend. Do we know their relationship to Ness?
She's a local singer, just a
Okay.
kid.
Oh, okay.
But she has like a suggestion power, I
Oh,
believe,
okay. So,
or a power of influence.
She's like a siren.
so I guess we walk to the actual.
But an Egyptian siren,
Yes,
as we covered last
it's got a
time.
different name.
El Nadaha.
I have that in my notes somewhere. I was like, that sounds Spanish.
Yep. Let's. Are we gonna Uber over there? Or are we gonna drive?
Why don't we start with Team
Okay.
Bass, actually?
Okay, Team Bass.
Team Bass. So that would again be Mila, Otto, CC, and technically Amon.
Yep.
Okay. Wasn't it only
Yeah, how
like
are
a
we? Does
mile
someone
or
have a
something
car?
away? Or?
Yeah.
I think it was close.
All right. Let's hop in.
Can we
Uber.
rotate?
Yeah.
Can I rotate?
So I get Maddie too, because she's on Team Bass. That way we've
Oh,
got.
cool.
Yeah,
Most
we
of
can
the
show
just
the
about
lamp
everybody
and have it
represented.
talk like Maddie.
What?
I said we could show the lamp and have it talk like Maddie.
That'd be fun. I waterbend his bones off.
I mean,
So you guys arrive at a nondescript, like excessively nondescript, white office building. When you
Clearly
look at it, you get the
intentionally
feeling of
nondescript.
office building, but you also get the feeling that maybe there aren't so many people inside pushing papers. It's a one-story, slightly cleaner than you might expect for this part of town, and it's got a buzzer on the door, which makes you, it gives you the impression that it's probably locked.
I
yeah, I
guess
don't
I'm
want
a
to just go rolling
public
up.
figure. Like I'm a public figure, I can like show up and pretend I'm on some like official business for a survey.
Sure.
Like I'm
Would you like to
collecting
take a survey?
signatures or something.
In the interest of fairness, hold on, was it Bass or the other guy that was a snake?
Bass is the
Bass is
snake.
a snake.
Bass is a snake. They
When he's
know
a
who
snake.
you are.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to
Okay,
say, I don't
yeah.
think Mila's that type of public figure.
No.
Okay.
Um,
That wouldn't work then. Let's not do
They
that.
they do specifically know who you are. The last time you got into it with Bass and them, he's sort of a snake and he bit you.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Oh,
like
that's
literally?
right.
He's
I
not.
did
He
bite her.
himself is not a snake, but he is of snakes,
And he literally bit her?
and he literally bit her.
Oh,
He
yeah,
literally
let me
bit
not
her?
do that.
As a snake or as a human?
Okay.
As a human, right?
He had her bitten. Do what?
As a snake or as a human?
He, as a human, had a snake bite her.
Okay.
Oh.
He is not just
Oh,
a snake, but he is of snakes.
He's a guy
Okay.
who has
Who
snakes.
has snakes?
No
and who
snake
may be a
hands?
snake himself.
I hope whenever
So,
you open this
in
door,
light
he's
of
just
this
got a
new
big old snake head.
information, I will stay behind a little bit
Okay.
and observe from a safe distance.
I hope he has a cobra hood.
Right. So, honestly,
he's
this
just
is
gonna, like,
the
have his foot up?
situation where I think that we are unfortunately team no social skills.
Yeah.
Unless Amun is secretly just so incredibly charming.
Suave as
kind of
hell.
suave, but
Do they know
I
who
mean,
he is?
they might know who he is.
Right. That's,
Can he
that's
put
the
on like
other-
a mustache? Does that work?
Absolutely, he can put on a mustache.
But does that work
Yeah.
with your
I
follow-up?
don't know if it'll work.
Yeah, the thing that gives
I think it's worth a shot.
about that is like, we don't know how many gang members are in there. We can't just like bust in a gang and be like, hey, where's the knot?
Not armed
We
with
heard
that.
you have a knot.
You need a bunch of water to do that.
Alright.
You guys could try fighting each other.
Yeah.
If you can fight each other, that means the knot isn't there.
Is that what that means?
If you can't break in, it
I don't know.
might
I've
mean
not been in.
Maybe.
If you can't commit a crime.
Okay,
We
yeah.
it would be
okay.
very funny
Okay,
for
it
him
has to
to
be a
have
crime though. It has to. Okay,
the non-crime committing thing at
We
his
have to,
crime
like,
headquarters.
stab each other.
Anybody got some weed?
So
Wait,
good.
is it legal in Los Louisiattle?
I believe
Probably?
it's illegal.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
2014. It's illegal everywhere.
still.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless you're in Canada.
There's Los
Oh,
Louisiattle in
Legit,
Canada.
illegal, like,
Cece has Cece has a
yeah.
prescription in her purse,
just
and she's gonna
watch
try and
it.
sell it to Otto. No, Otto, try and buy this from me.
Okay. I will attempt to buy a prescription.
Okay. Does it work?
You
Wait,
guys are not in the building, and so your test, while cool, would not work outside.
Oh,
of
it's
the
not a
building.
vicinity thing.
It protects the
building?
area of the building.
So it's not a
Oh.
radius thing. Here's your
No.
prescription.
Otto successfully buys.
Okay, all right, we'll try.
Oh, good.
We'll try once we're in, okay?
I'm trying to
trying
think.
to
All
break
right,
in
I'm
there.
gonna you
Does
hold
the
on to
building
that.
count as on the building?
It's on the building.
But
What
it's
are you
not
trying
in
to
the
do?
building, right? Like, what if they tried to sell drugs on the roof? Like,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
go up and then they parkour to the roof from another building.
We
Not
do.
this, but
We
Nathan
do
can
have a
fly.
flyer.
Oh, perfect.
We
Does
have a
that
flyer.
Nathan can
I
fly.
don't know. I hadn't thought of that.
Do a drug deal on their roof and see if the mob is okay with it. Please.
Right, trespassing could be a crime.
Yeah, there you go.
So
And if you're on the roof, you're trespassing.
It's true.
What happens if they
Sure,
try to trespass
okay.
and they can't? Do they just like hover above the roof?
I can't land.
You can't get in.
Wait, is the crime I'm going for trespassing, or am I bringing Cece to try the drug?
Start with trespassing.
Okay,
Start with
great.
trespassing.
Start with trespassing.
Work your way up to
Oh,
hard
God.
crimes.
So I'm really going to take a sneak around roll on this, I think.
Good plan.
Because, you know, flying to the top of the mob's roof, broad
Can
daylight.
you imagine this? If you're just like low-level goon number one, and you're like by the windows, and you see these people show up and start handing each other prescriptions, and one disappears into the air.
That is a 7.
They don't pay me enough to do this job.
Otto, come here. Come here, try and buy this movie.
What?
Come
Okay.
here, try and buy this. I don't
He
want
gives it
that.
back. Alright, a building.
7.
On a 7, on
Successful
a
sneak.
sneaking around, I get to choose one from the table.
Okay.
And
To
for
roof.
me,
So good.
okay.
Does he hit a bird?
No.
No.
Does the bird hit him?
Okay, so you fly up, right?
Yeah.
And you go to land on the roof. Airspace is kind of a gray area as far as legality is concerned. So I'm not going to make you crash for trying to fly over.
Cool.
That said,
Thanks, FCC.
Nice. It's before drones.
Hey.
It is. When you go to try and land, for whatever reason, you can't. Like
Oh, so I'm
it
just
doesn't
up,
feel like a good
like a
place
few
to
inches
perch.
off the
Yeah.
ground.
Not like
Doesn't feel
you're
like a
still
good
flying.
place to
You're still
perch.
engaging whatever mechanisms make you.
So glad he goes into
move.
bird mode when we're
But-
flying.
Right.
You can't bring yourself to touch ground.
Okay.
It's there, we found the thing.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's conclusive evidence.
I mean, that's that or, you know,
Magnets, yeah.
Right.
Do you want to try the drug deal just to make sure?
She's shouting this from the ground.
Do you want to try the
Low
No, I'm
level goon
assuming,
number one
okay,
is just like
we
throwing
should
up
roleplay
his
this out.
hands.
Is he going to fly back to us and tell us this?
Yeah.
Should we
I
try the
mean-
drug deal to make sure?
I mean, we can. That's
Okay, let's
being
go.
Okay. Yeah, let's try again.
Okay,
And
alright.
that way we know it's not magnets. Yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to sneak again?
No, we'll roll with the same sneaking roll.
Oh, cool.
So
Does
you
she need to
floated
sneak?
her up.
Okay.
Neither of you can land.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I just let go
Drop.
of
Yeah,
CC?
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm
Are
gonna
you
slide down the
going to?
roof. I'm gonna slide
Well,
down
is this
the
like a
roof.
flat roof or is this like
It's a flat roof.
Oh,
I'm just gonna bounce
CC, I'm
off.
gonna try to put you on the roof.
Just gonna be
Okay.
thrown into space.
CC's game.
I'll let go.
Okay.
Never mind.
So
They're not
you're,
going
you're
with the
going
drop.
to like
They'll
set her
auto
down.
drop.
Yeah.
Your hands won't let her hands go.
Oh,
Oh.
neat.
Okay.
Well,
you can't even
that's-
endanger her life. That's some pretty strong magic.
Right? It's good stuff.
I guess, yeah.
Because if you kill her, it'd be a crime.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Murder's
Maybe.
illegal.
All right. Well, that's enough.
Murder is
That's
very
enough
illegal.
Oh, do you think Ware stole it and put it in Bass's house so that he couldn't commit crimes?
Oh, what a good plan!
No, I have no
I wish
rivals.
I had
But that means once we get in the building, they can't hurt us,
Oh.
Ideally.
right?
I don't know.
That's a little bit gray.
Right?
I guess we don't
But we
know
have to get
how
in
much
first.
the
Well,
ownership of it allows you to
Oh.
crime.
To get away with crime. Okay.
I was thinking of busting down the door though, so that's clearly not gonna work. Okay, I'm glad we did all this. Let's go back down and try and be charismatic.
Yeah.
Good science.
Regroup. Do we have a plan?
You know,
I mean, can we just wait for the other group to be done and then get them to come and be charismatic?
Oh,
That is a
certainly.
valid strategy, sure.
Maybe we go get a pizza or something like that.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Shawarma.
Shawarma? Okay,
But don't
that's the
steal a
thing.
pizza.
No. Well, not. Don't.
Not
Don't
from...
order a pizza to be delivered to the office.
Right, and then steal it.
Steal it from him when he gets there.
Right.
Right.
That's not possible.
The knot has seen to that.
Don't send him
Oh.
a pizza and then try and take his pizza.
Yeah.
Is there a public-ish area we can regroup?
Sure.
Like
yeah.
a
There's a
Starbucks
park nearby and a
Okay.
Starbucks attached to it.
Are we? It's just. Is it just team?
Boba Fett doesn't have a location over here?
Is
Boba
it
Fett
just-
only has 1 or 2 locations. They're towards City
It's so
proper.
rare.
It's just team Bass's house.
Team Bass's house.
Okay.
If you guys have decided you want to wait,
Yeah.
we can go play out the other teams.
I mean, yeah, I
That
think
sounds
we
good. Cece does have a
regroup
plan
in
though,
the
so
park.
she can kind of talk to you
Talk at
guys.
should. Okay.
And I like the idea of us being able to talk at a place in character.
Yeah.
Because I think that's
Okay. Hi guys. Hi friends. We'll go to team. Excuse me, Hank's Liquor. Hank's
Nice.
Discount Liquor.
Team Hank.
Team Hank.
Just one Hank.
Like I said, it was only about 3 blocks away. It's
Walk over
sandwiched
there.
between 2 different buildings. It's not very large, but you can be sure that based on all of the neon signs of bottles, they probably sell alcohol inside.
Okay. Seems reasonable.
It says Hank's Discount Liquor to dispel any confusion.
I think this is the place.
I think you're right.
And
While walking past, can we determine how many people are inside other than Hank and Bradford?
Do you think Hank's on duty? Do you think we get to meet the Hank?
there may be so there's the guy behind the counter and maybe 3 or 4 people inside. 2 of them are together. The other 2 are flying solo.
Are any of them women?
1 is a woman, but not the person behind the counter.
Dang it. That's a good question, Suze.
I was hoping that they were.
How many of them have beards?
The guy behind the counter.
as we walk past the door, Patrick just keeps walking because he doesn't want to enter as. So he's gonna pretend like this wasn't where he was going, and then he'll
Okay.
kind of waddle around and then come back.
Do we have a picture of Bradford at all?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
okay.
came up
So,
in the Google search.
Oh,
Nice.
all right. So are we able to identify him in the building?
Yeah. There's
All right.
there's 1 Bradford inside.
One Bradford.
All right. Is he one flying solo or in a pair?
Is one of the ones flying solo. The other
All right,
person
does he-
flying solo is a man, so the woman is in the pair.
Okay. Woman
Okay.
in pair.
How far away is he from the other patron?
The whole building is maybe 40, 60 feet across. It's pretty small. Like I said, it being sandwiched between two buildings. He's maybe like 15 feet from the next nearest customer.
Okay. Do we want me to go in and try to have him leave and come to us? Or do you want me to go in and have him bash his head against the wall or something?
I'm fine with the
Or
first
something,
not
or
that.
somewhere in between.
I think the first one sounds fine. It's the least damage
Alright.
to Hanks.
Yeah.
All right.
We should, do we have an ideal location for him so that if he starts to run, we don't have to try and tackle people in front of Hanks? I guess you can hold him still if this works in the first place.
And I
Yeah.
can trip him.
Yeah,
Now you're into team tabletop?
Oh snap!
Hopping him.
Oh.
Just invisibly hold
So
out
but
your foot.
if he happens to run out the door and I'm outside,
Okay.
then I can just trip him and
Yeah.
it'll just
Okay.
look like he fell on his own
So-
2 feet.
So is that
Good.
Patrick invisible by the front door and Avery going in?
Sure.
Cool.
Sure.
I'm
What
gonna
do you guys
also
do?
wait by the front door, just in case he does come out, so that
Okay.
if he trips over Patrick, I'm ready to like grab him, or if he walks out of his own accord, I'm ready to like quickly approach him.
Okay, I guess I'll go in with
Well, I
Avery.
think if he walks out of his own accord, are we just tailing him or are we
Well,
apprehending him?
No. Like I'm gonna have him walk out to basically like an alley or something like that, and then we can interrogate him there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to get him away from people, so that way we don't have a bunch of people seeing something.
Or do we want to tail him and see where he goes after he leaves the liquor store?
I mean, he could just be on his day off. It could be very boring.
That's true.
We could follow him for hours and not learn anything.
Unless we plant an idea in his head of where we could tell him to go where he's employed.
We could tell him to take the Ankh and put it back to the Kennedy Center, see how good that goes.
That's true.
Oh.
Because
If
he would be
can't
allowed.
do the thing, does he like burst into flames?
Ooh, no.
Like
What if?
that.
Okay, so is this the making a burrito too hot that you can't eat it thing?
It is, but in this instance, the burrito will be too hot to eat, or he won't be able to eat it.
Okay.
What? I'm not familiar with this paradox.
Can God make a burrito so
Oh.
hot, not even he could eat it?
Right.
God.
It's like
make
the
a
So
Rock,
I
but
didn't
way
know
better.
if
Got it.
Avery suggesting so powerfully to Bernard Branson,
No, Bernard
Bradford.
would die in like episode 3.
Bradford Pear,
Mills.
that
Bradford Mills.
he could commit a crime on not territory if he'd just blow up.
My
Which one of
question
those would
was like,
stop?
well, I guess yeah.
I think the
If,
amulet would win.
if he
Amulet probably
knows
wouldn't
where
get
the
this
thing is and it's in a place that prevents him from committing crime, what happens? But like, what happens if Avery suggests to him that he should go get the knot and put it back where it came from if he doesn't know where the knot is?
Ooh.
I mean, I could ask him that first.
That's
Baby
fair.
steps.
It all
Let's see if-
hinges on me getting a good roll to start, honestly.
Right. Baby steps. Let's see if we can get him out of the building.
All right, get him out of the building, then we'll like have our little powwow with
Wait,
him
are we
outside.
tailing or investigating
I
him?
think having him go to an alley and then we like give him a very distinct set of instructions on what to do.
Okay.
I'm basically gonna program a man and send him off and see
Oh,
what
this
happens.
is so good. I'm gonna go with Avery. I want to see how this goes.
EXE.
All right, so I think Avery and Owen walk in. Avery's gonna try to like browse a little bit and like get near him, like not beeline towards him as much,
Okay.
while keeping an eye on him.
And I'll look
And
through
then-
the club sodas.
And then like as she like goes behind him to like go into the beer fridge, and then just says out loud, "You want to drop everything you're doing, walk outside, and go to the nearest alley."
Okay.
You have to roll for
You're
that.
trying
Yeah,
to go
that's
to
right.
the nearest alley, yeah.
Yeah. So go to the nearest alley and wait there for me.
Okay.
Ooh.
That, so I'm gonna use. Would you say he's a strong mind
That's a convince.
or a simple mind?
I wouldn't say he's a simple mind, no.
All right, but I'm definitely gonna charm men and plant ideas.
Those are both
And you're
legal moves.
This is a convince roll.
It is-
Oh yeah, I'm convincing you. Yeah. So +2. Hey, that's a 12.
Yes. Okay.
Sheet.
So
She dropped the beer on the floor.
He was on his phone, sort of like looking at different things in the store and minding his own business, totally unassuming, when you come by, and I would assume plan to totally ruin his whole day. He puts his phone down on the counter in front of him, confused exactly by what you meant by drop everything. Sets down the bottle of alcohol he was taking a picture of, and walks out of the store. Is this going to spring the trip trap?
No, only if he was running or trying to...
Yeah, at this point, we're just going to follow him there. I am going to pick up his phone, though.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Patrick could use it.
So you've stolen his phone now.
Borrowed.
He walks into the nearest alley.
We just picked it up for him.
Yeah, we're returning
He
it.
forgot it.
So nice of you guys. And waits in the alley. He turns around so that he could see you if you came in, but he's just chilling. He glances at his wristwatch.
And I'm there, but he can't see me.
Yeah, so do we want to all just go there at this point, or do we not want to cover? I walk outside and just, I'm asking Corinne and Owen directly now.
I think that seems fair. I think we should go to the alley and cover how this looks.
Yeah, I think, since Avery's in charge of this moment, you can go ahead and do the, or at least start the question asking, and we'll kind of cover the alley for you.
Cool. So walk up to him and just, so, did you steal the Ankh?
No.
Do you know what the Ankh is?
No.
It's a knot.
The knot.
Oh, a knot. Did you steal the knot?
No. Who are you?
It's an amulet.
My name's Corinne.
Corinne, does the biggest eye roll ever from a few feet away.
You can hear it.
Okay, Corinne. What are we doing here?
Have you suggested that he answer your questions?
Oh. No, I didn't. You will only tell me the truth, and if you try to lie to me, you will smack your head against the wall behind you.
Oh,
okay.
Maybe dial it back just a little, because we might want him coherent in case our first questions go poorly.
Nah.
You do Avery. Do what Avery.
Smack it against the wall.
That was as Owen. Maybe dial it back a little in case we want more questions
He'll
from
be
the
fine.
unconscious man.
Don't smack your head against the wall, but only tell me the truth.
Okay. Make a roll. Change the game.
Sure.
Ooh.
Change the
For a
game.
second, I was like, is Bradford Mills telling us to roll?
Huh?
He's too meta.
That's his power.
He knows.
He's a
He's
have.
got powers of suggestion too. Oh.
He's a have, and he's Deadpool.
I don't think at
He's
this point I'm
dead.
charming people. So I'm just +1 from plant idea.
Okay.
That's still a 12, actually.
Wow.
Oh. Fire.
Okay.
I'm just mad that you're getting
I
all
was
the
gonna
good
say
rolls.
Joe is stealing Allison's rolls, siphoning the numbers.
Okay. We'll go ahead and say that he's taken a status of 3 truth serum.
Nice.
Right. So, did you steal the knot?
No.
Do you know who stole the knot?
It can't be stolen.
Do you know who removed the knot from the Kennedy Center?
Yes.
Did you remove the knot from the Kennedy Center?
No.
Do you have?
Who removed the knot from the Kennedy Center?
Sarah, I think her name is.
Oh shit! That's my suspicious teenager.
Who appears to be a have?
Shit.
Sarah
All right.
took it.
Moved
Moved
the
it.
knot.
Moved the knot.
Oh my god.
Did she give it to your boss fast?
No.
Who did Sarah
Just one, two. It's okay.
Yeah. Who did Sarah give the knot to?
No one.
How did you do it? How did you do it?
Does Sarah have the knot?
No.
I would ask. I don't know if it still works through. It's not his question, so I would ask Avery to ask him, I guess.
No.
Okay. Sarah doesn't have it.
What did she...
Is there any other useful information that you can give me about the knot?
Sure.
Ha!
What did
Tell me all the
Sarah
useful
do with
information you
the
can tell me.
knot? What did Sarah do with the knot?
No, I just opened the help log.
What question should I ask you in order to get information?
So,
I see you're trying to ask for information. Would you like some help?
Jesus,
Clippy's
this
got a
man's
knife.
gonna talk forever now.
no, when I was a young
Pertinent to the case.
so you're trying to figure out how the knot went missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
We can't steal the knot per se. While Sarah was cleaning, she moved the knot. She didn't steal it. She moved it and placed it on one of the carts. The cart was then taken outside as part of the trash pickup.
Ooh.
Okay.
They had no way to know what it was that they were doing. There's no way that the knot could have activated.
There's no... Wait. Did
To
Sarah
prevent
know what she was doing?
Did Sarah know? No, she just moved the ankh. We told her to. We gave her money.
Oh, okay. So cart during cleaning.
So how did the knot get from the trash to Bass's house?
Someone took
I
it when
see
it was
that.
outside.
Who took it when it was outside?
Not me, but someone else who works for Bass.
Okay, one of Bass's
But
men.
how can you take it?
It's not there anymore.
I'm still confused.
Well, what's
the
it- what's it
ankh
the-
only affects
it's the building.
structures. It doesn't affect a radius.
If you had it outside, it's not like it's going to protect the world at large from crime.
And there's
Just gonna
no
protect
like
the
chain
dumpster
of
from-
ownership.
I would
like it
imagine that Bass
follows.
owns it now.
Sorry.
I would imagine that Bass owns it now.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know if like they had to get it from the previous owners in a certain manner.
Right, like a
The
deed
elder
sort of
ones.
thing.
Would you be
Yeah.
able to help us retrieve the knot?
Are you asking like if I'm busy?
No, I'm asking if you have the capability to be able to help us retrieve the knot.
I wouldn't be able to take the knot back.
Just
Okay.
okay. So Bass has it now.
So the knot
Yes.
has no sentience and doesn't have concept of ownership, right?
No, but there is a state of being owned for the knot.
Do you know where
But-
in Bass's hideout the knot is?
I do not.
Okay.
But so, like, if we were to try and take the knot from where it is right now under Bass's ownership and return it to its rightful owners, the knot would probably still perceive that as a theft.
Yep.
Ah, fuck.
Now it's a
Say what?
heist.
Say that again? We can't give it back to him?
We can't take it and
'Cause we would
put it
thieve
back
it.
where it belongs.
Right.
Because
'Cause
that
we'd
would
be
be
thieving
stealing
it
it
from
from
Bass.
Bass.
We need someone to get it outside, ideally.
someone who doesn't know what they're doing, or we need, like,
Well, Sarah
several...
knew. Sarah knew
Suggestion.
what she was doing.
Well, she knew that she was putting the knot on the cart, but she didn't know that she was assisting in theft.
She was paid off by Bass's people.
Avery could suggest someone to do it. That's not technically a
I
crime.
guess she had plausible deniability because it, like,
She put it on the cart.
yeah.
That's all she did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They- She was
You
paid.
disagree?
Yeah, she was paid off by criminals to put it on a cart and didn't know what she was doing, so that
No,
was
no.
not
She
thieving.
moved it to a new location.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a crime. She didn't
Okay.
she didn't thieve it.
So
She
we
would
don't
take it off the
necessarily need people who
premises.
don't know what
So-
they're doing, but we need a chain of non-illegal steps.
So
Or
take it off the wall, put it on the floor, kick it down the floor, kick it down the floor, open the door.
No, you can't kick it because that's like on purpose. You have to like trip.
Right,
But
because
it's
then
not
at some
illegal.
point you're
Kicking
kicking it
is
outside the
against
building.
rules.
Kicking it outside of the door would probably be against the rules.
You have to like kind of fall and trip and like push it out by accident.
If that happened, that would be legal.
We convince.
Well, luckily we have someone who can invisibly trip people.
We convince Bernard to grab it and clean it, and then we startle him so he drops it into Patrick's hands.
But then Patrick still has to carry it outside of the building, which is illegal.
We convince him to
We
drop
have
it out
to
the window.
We have to attach it to something that would otherwise be leaving the building.
Hey, how about we light it on fire?
What? No, that's a crime.
That's arson. Oh,
Destruction of property.
Does that mean it can't burn?
What
It
if we
means you
build a
couldn't burn it.
smaller house and put it inside? What if we put it inside that house while we're inside Bass's house, and then we can carry that house around anywhere we want?
Is it illegal to take a house?
Yeah, that's fine. No, it doesn't matter.
No, we can make our own little house.
Right, no, is it illegal to move the tiny house?
No.
Does the knot still act on the first house? It only acts on its smallest
I
container?
think so.
We have no reason to
Right?
believe that.
Right? Why would it act on the bigger container?
Alright,
Why
Avery,
wouldn't it act on
you know the
all
plan?
containers?
We have Bernard buy a dollhouse.
Bring it to his next gang meeting.
I think this is a good idea. Just have a small house. You put the knot inside the small house, and then we can take the small house anywhere we want with the knot inside it.
yeah, the knot's protecting the stuff inside the house.
Nobody can commit any crimes inside the tiny house.
Why don't we just
But
grab...
it'd be like impossible to get it out of the tiny house, I think.
Maybe.
If
we
we
give
just...
the tiny house to a bird that drops the house.
This is too much.
What if once the tiny... No. So if I own the tiny house, right? And then we take the tiny
a
house
tiny
back
deed.
to...
Uh-huh.
Take the tiny house back to the Kennedy Center, and then we, like, dismantle the tiny house, which is not illegal
That's
because it's
breaking
mine.
and entering.
No,
No,
it's
you-
not. I
if
own the
it's
house. So I can, like, take
She's
the roof
refurbishing
and the
it.
walls apart if I
Sure.
want to.
Yeah.
And
She's
then,
remodeling.
once I've dismantled the tiny house, then the Knot of ISIS is inside the Kennedy Center again,
We'll
where
call
it belongs.
We'll call Dollhouse Plan B.
I think this
You
will
don't
work.
I
The
mean,
only trick is getting inside with the dollhouse to wherever the knot is.
Right.
Which would be the
So,
trick anyway. We have
okay.
to do that
You can
anyway.
carry it
CC
in
has
parts.
2 ideas for that.
Reeling this back for a second. So
Can we convince
So-
someone dumb who works for
Y'all are laughing at my
Bass
ridiculous idea. This is a
to
sound
give
idea.
us the knot?
Can you?
Convince someone dumb who works for Bass to give us the knot. That's not a crime if they gave us the knot.
Unless it's
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
his
wondering.
to give.
Hmm?
So
So
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, so the way that I understand it, it's not necessarily that Bass owns the knot; it's that the knot is in Bass's building. That is the
We
problem,
can't get in. Yeah.
right?
The knot is in Bass's building and under his. He doesn't own it, but it's under his ownership. I don't know if that's a different thought from what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, would Bradford be able to access or be able to remove the knot, given that he is part of Bass's organization? Does the ownership tend to, like, disseminate across the organization or not?
In this instance, I would think that it is Bass's.
Okay,
But if you've got a
we need
good
to-
idea,
No, like,
If
so
Bass's
basically at this
front
point,
bill
we
is a
need to get to
publicly owned
Bass, or we
company.
need to build a dollhouse.
Ideally, both.
But if you convince anybody, like how Sarah took it out of the case, even though, yeah, she didn't intend it to be removed from the house, but she still moved it,
Mm-hmm.
even though it wasn't hers to move. So why can't we charm somebody to just grab it?
Right. We're
Even
doing
though
the
it's
same
not
thing in
theirs.
reverse.
Yeah.
you could as
Because it's as much the owners of the Kennedy Centers as it is Bass's now. And Sarah still took it out.
yeah.
Right. So like,
Right,
we have
but
Bradford
the
remove
issue is
thing.
the theft. With the theft that Sarah
What if they
perpetrated,
took
it
it
was
out-
a 3-step
What
process.
if they took it out and
Sarah
put it like
moved
outside
it.
the door?
The janitors threw
That's
it into
fine,
the
right?
dumpster.
That would be legal.
Someone grabbed it
Okay,
from
then
the
why don't we just
dumpster.
have them do that?
Right.
Sorry, say that again.
They're not giving it to a person. They just take it out and put it
Yeah,
by the
same
door.
thing. Put it in the
Okay.
garbage.
If they're not aware, you could use the same trick against them.
I guess so. They're like,
But
What are you saying?
yes, we could
You do
because
need
that
a
has
step
the
removed.
steps. But
or we
what is
set,
the chance that there's regular trash service for Bass's gang?
I don't
Can
think
we
it has
just
to be
wait for a
trash.
second?
I mean,
Is,
Can we
No,
set
we get
Bass's
fired.
building on fire.
We get
from the
hired.
outside?
No.
We
No,
start
it's
working
like
for
a
Bass's
front
orders.
Services.
does Bass
What,
have like a
Allyson?
front company?
I'm saying we get a job.
Who wants
And
to get
we
hired at Bass's
are
operation?
Janitorial
If
services.
Bass's company,
I like that
if
option.
Bass's front company is a publicly traded company, and I buy stock in Bass's company,
You can own a portion
Now
of
you
the
own
knot.
it.
then I can come in. I am an owner,
Yeah.
an owner of that building. So if I remove the knot as an owner of that building, it's under my partial ownership. I can.
Yeah.
assuming that Bass has paid off the building.
Oh,
and
then we get
actually
someone who
owns
works
it, and
for
that
the
he's not
bank.
leasing it from a bank or other
Oh.
company. Because this is
Yeah, does he lease or does he own?
Yeah, the bank owns it. They're
His
just letting him
office.
keep his
His
stuff
publicly traded company.
I mean, I don't see a bank leasing to the mob,
Vincent.
but
Wait, what if we set
That's what I'm
fire
saying.
to the building beside theirs?
And theirs just
Fire
happens to
just
catch
happens.
They're
fire.
caught on fire.
And it'd have to
Ooh.
come
That's
out.
possible, I guess.
Oh, you know, or we can
Fang-Ying is
have
into
Subway.
arson.
I like that plan.
Yeah,
the
wait,
subway,
yeah.
what?
Is pulling a fire alarm a crime?
Yes.
It is,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
False alarm.
Okay. You could get one of the people to make like a giant cake candle thing, and then it'll trigger the fire alarm.
Okay.
Their building sprinklers will go off.
That's true.
And
What if I just shine light
maybe
through a
they'll open
magnet?
the doors, and then we can go.
And then
in.
they'll be all wet.
That's trespassing? I don't know.
What?
What's that, Allison?
What if I just
Well-
shine light through a magnet?
That's right.
Then we
Oops, it
pull
was
the
a
fire
terrible
alarm,
accident.
and it's a legitimate fire.
It's true.
It's true.
This effort is to get them to open the doors?
Yes.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, now they're all wet. Ha 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 ha.
I was going to say,
Burn
hypothetically,
it down.
you get them to open the doors and they're all wet. You still need
You
to
get Bass outside. Avery talks to him and convinces him to let us inside.
Squatters' rights.
That only take
The
15
building
minutes.
is ours. It's like we lived there for 30 days.
Oh god.
The-
Bass gives us the knot. It's his to give.
Yeah, Bass,
We could
give
get
us the knot.
Avery to
Totally
convince
legal.
Bass to give us the knot.
that is a thing.
Yes. Guys, we have so many possible plans that are all
This
gonna
is
work
the best
in
one.
theory.
Let's do it.
I really hope this is all happening with
Someone's
us at
glasses.
coffee.
All right.
In fiction, is this all happening with us at coffee? Like just shooting the...
Sure.
We're still hanging outside
designing
of
our
With
Hanks.
diagrams.
Goldberg machine.
Oh, that's right. We were still talking to Bernard out here, or whatever his name is.
No, you can't do it.
Bradford Mills.
No,
So
you're the worst.
Bertrand.
at this point, do we think the best way to go about is to try to have or get a conversation with Bradford one-on-one, or with Bass one-on-one, and have Bradford set it up?
Sure.
I would assume that we have worse luck getting you to convince Bass than we would you convincing one of his underlings to fuck up.
Okay. What is our Rube Goldberg like? Get them to fuck up.
What's that?
I'm fine with that. I'm just asking.
I
What
need
should I
someone's
suggest?
glasses.
I have glasses. What was your question, Joe? I'm sorry.
What specifically do I need to instruct Bradford to do?
I'm not sure.
Okay, the way that
He
this
doesn't
is...
know where the knot is, so that's an issue.
No, he does not know where the knot is. He does not have ownership of the knot. He can enter the building, I'm assuming.
Sure, because he works for them,
Right.
which is step one.
He could maybe set up a meeting for us with Bass. Maybe.
Yep.
Are visitors allowed in your building?
Yeah, can you just listen?
If invited in.
I could let you in, sure. I'd probably
Okay.
need like a reason.
Inspection of the knot. It's perfectly legal.
Not inspection.
Not a vice's inspector, sir. Coming to inspect you not.
That's right.
Watching a lot of
Cece's
Monty
got an
Python
idea for
lately.
this, but it's not yet there.
What's Cece's idea?
So Cece's a YouTube personality
Uh-huh.
and would love
In
to
2014.
do a feature on this gang and expose some controversy and show the world that this gang isn't really all that bad. So we would need permission to get in the building. We'd need permission to shoot with cameras and permission to
Simple steps. Simple steps.
Yeah.
Yep.
so this is just to set up a meeting for all of that. To make his gang YouTube famous.
Is there such a thing in 2014?
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I had YouTube.
Totally.
Think about how long ago Chocolate Rain was.
That's not a YouTube personality, though.
And why would a gang want to be on YouTube?
Why wouldn't a gang want to be on YouTube?
Yeah, I think we need a really high for this.
Really hot.
Like a
We either
14.
have to do, like
No,
recruiting.
my dice.
Oh yeah,
It's okay.
it could be a recruitment tool.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Show that they're up with kiddos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Back to square one. Okay.
Tiny house.
The way the plans are shaking out to me is
Uh-huh.
plan A is get Bradford to set up a meeting with Bass and then get Avery to convince them to do the thing. Plan B is set the building on fire. Plan C is dollhouse.
We can't directly set the building on fire.
Plan B is to set the building next door.
In such a way that it
Well, you
accidentally.
have to check
And
the
plan
wind,
C
right?
Right.
Where the wind
is dollhouse.
Right? Because if we intentionally
Right, but you can't check
set
it too hard because otherwise it's intentional arson,
So
and that's a crime.
ask Bradford if he can set up
It has to be manslaughter arson.
if
Sure,
we can,
okay.
if we can meet Bass. If you can meet Bass.
One second. So
Involuntary manslaughter.
if we could be invited in and
Ah.
Bradford is there, could we?
Yes.
We could
Bradford.
walk inside, find the Ankh, give it to Bradford, and I could tell him to walk outside,
Yep.
which is not technically him stealing anything.
Right.
It would just be him walking outside, and thus the Ankh, or the knot
Right.
would no longer have its power.
Just like Sarah did when she didn't commit a crime.
Right. So how about we just do that, where we go in and we have. Or,
Painted by
I mean, that
criminals.
would work anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, how about we just tell
that's
Bradford,
Last,
hey,
though. This is the
find the knot, put it in your pocket, walk outside.
Okay.
Do it.
Yeah. Do that.
Do that.
Do the program.
I don't know
Ready,
how easy
go.
it'll be to
Run
Execute.
program.
Run program.
I'm not hearing a word you guys are saying.
Run program.
Execute.
Execute in safe mode.
Yeah. Bradford.exe.
Okay.
We have a plan B and a plan C.
A tiny house.
Someone buy a tiny house. Corinne, you
Corinne,
get
you're
on
on tiny
purchasing
house.
a
Okay,
tiny
have some
house.
I'm on it. Tiny
Um,
house is a great idea.
Okay. Okay. Help.
And have it delivered to the crime center.
Help Bradley out.
Bradford.
Brad says, "How do I find the knot?"
Um.
What was that?
What is making weird duck noises?
Oh. Allison's pouring me Scott.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Out of a duck?
That would be wonderful. But no.
Dark scotch.
I don't want scotch that's been inside a duck.
What if it's aged?
Okay. Bradford
No, you opened a
Invite me
whole thing.
invites one or all of us into the house, and then I will give you further instructions in there. Once you have the Ankh, walk outside with it. Not the Ankh. It is never an Ankh. Has never been an
Oh,
Ankh.
no more
Will not be
drink
an
for you.
It's cutting you
He's
off.
belligerent. Okay, so who would you want to go inside hypothetically?
People that are investigating things.
Not me.
Well, no, you would be good because you'd be able to go invisible and walk around. Once invited inside, it's legal for you to walk
Yeah,
around and be invisible.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that would be very beneficial.
Yeah.
So, one,
Bradford invites
so that I can keep.
We're losing you a bit.
Say again.
Is it a crime if nobody knows I'm trespassing?
It is.
I think so. If you commit murder but you're not convicted, I think it's still a crime.
It's not only illegal if you get caught. It's illegal even if you didn't get caught.
Yeah. Like, I could steal something and it is
But nobody
theft.
told me I couldn't there.
Well,
I
but
mean,
based
the
on my
law, Bradford will
roof
let you in.
landing.
Yeah, based on that.
So is Bradford letting just Patrick in, or is Bradford letting Patrick and Avery in?
Bradford is letting in everybody who Avery tells him to let in.
Right.
You're all
Avery.
more than welcome inside.
Thanks, Bradford. Avery.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Sort of like fourth wall thing. Is that enough for us to be allowed inside, even like not having him there? If so long as we just got an invitation?
Yeah. In his,
Oh.
he knows that you'll be there. Don't break anything on the way in. But
No. But like, I don't.
Now,
we don't even
like
need
if
to
he
get a move from
texts
the
us.
spot at this point.
Say again.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
I could just. So we don't actually have to have anybody move from this spot at this point. We could just text Otto and CC and the rest of the gang, walk inside, and they are allowed to.
Sure.
true.
The front door's
Okay.
locked and you can't break it down. But yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
As long as you can get in, you can get in.
Yes.
all right. I will text the group. Everybody has been invited inside of Bass's house or office.
You might want to explain that in more detail.
All right, time to go get pizza and pretend we're delivering it.
That sounds like as good a plan as any.
I mean, they'll open the door, and once they open the door, we're invited in.
Impersonating a
All right,
pizza
then-
officer.
But wait, we need to have a reason to be in. Pizza doesn't come in.
Pizza doesn't go in?
Why don't we just knock
Ask
on
if
the
you can use
front
the
door?
bathroom.
You could
Yeah.
knock on the
You
front
can
door.
do that.
Let's knock on
There's
the
a
front door,
buzzer.
guys.
There's a buzzer.
There's a buzzer.
Just
We need a.
Wait.
Okay.
going back to the safe room, Avery's power did work over the intercoms?
I think it did.
No.
Or no, it didn't.
Didn't work
No.
over the
I don't-
intercoms? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it
Had to
has
be
thus
visual.
Okay.
It sort of gave itself that boundary, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you could talk over the phone to other people.
Through the intercom.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be just too much power.
Be great.
Yeah.
Be very handy. Everyone's invited.
So, at this point, everybody's invited. We will find the Ankh, the knot. The knot. We'll find the knot and hand it to Bradford, who will walk outside.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay, go for
Sound good?
Fair? Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Corinne is still finding the dollhouse.
Perf. Working on
It's
it.
backup.
Yep.
It's plan B.
Plan B.
I think that's totally fair.
It's a good plan B. I don't know why you guys are rude.
I said it was plan B. That's right up there. It's like in the top 3 plans.
See, fire has moved to C.
Yeah.
You're outranking fire now.
That's right.
Right? That's pretty good.
You've made it.
Better than ours.
All right, so am I doing the talking, trying to get in, or are we waiting for you?
We're waiting on Bradford, right?
So Bradford.
Yeah, Bradford will let us all inside.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Bradford is
What should
letting
I
in
tell
at
the
least
guys when I-
Patrick.
So we'll say that you guys are on the street corner. He starts to go up to the door, and he says, "What should I say when I let you guys in? If anyone asks."
Tell them we're a movie crew.
Mm,
We need this great place for
Don't
shooting.
do
yeah,
that.
I don't know if that'll work.
We are friends.
Not
We're new
really.
acquaintances that are interested in joining a
Okay.
gang.
Yeah.
Because that's believable.
Patrick looks like he could be a gang member.
Cece looks tough.
Owen looks especially.
They want him nondescript. That's my phone dying.
Oh,
That's fine.
goodbye, phone. Okay, so he goes up to the front door, buzzes, and says, "Hey, it's me. It's Bradford." There's a pause, and then the door buzzes, and then he opens it up, and he motions for you guys to come in. He holds the door open, and he says, "It's cool. These guys are with me. They're friends. They're people looking to join up."
Nice.
And lets you guys all in. There's a lobby area.
Oh man, are we all going in?
Yeah, let's
So,
go.
okay, fun thing, if we're in there, nobody can fight us because that would be illegal. So we could just, like, keep searching.
The only one that may not apply to is Bass,
Who is made of snakes.
who's made of snakes. He's at least one snake.
He is of snakes.
That can bite people.
Right.
That's
and
illegal.
can have bitten people.
Yes.
It's not illegal to have a snake bite a person.
Is biting illegal?
Comfortable.
I don't.
That's
Are the snakes subject to the legality of everyone else? Or are they part of...
They're subject to the laws of nature.
They don't follow human laws.
They don't follow human laws. I'm pretty sure snakes.
So Owen or Otto could have brought up snakes and dropped them on the roof, and that would have been fine. They would have made it.
I think that would have been legal.
All right.
See them do what they
It's
like.
not littering.
If it was, would they just Teflon off?
Which is why I was asking, how committed are you to dropping CCO's building?
Tefloning off, yeah.
Poor snakes.
Oh, that's really good.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So
we're all in the lobby.
do what?
Are we in the house now?
We are all in the
in the
house.
house
Yes,
now,
we're all in the
yes.
lobby.
The office.
I
It's a
think
lobby, it's an
Patrick
office.
should sneak as an invisible person, since that seems
Well,
like
yeah,
the best sneaking.
Yeah. Sorry, that's always presumed. When he's doing anything risky,
He's
he's,
just invisible.
probably invisible.
I think you probably had to go invisible. I'm not sure about that.
No.
No?
He's welcome to be inside. He's not trespassing.
Okay. Never mind. He could be invisible this whole time.
He couldn't be trespassing.
Do you want to try and find it invisibly? Do you want to investigate? Do you want to search for it?
Do it with
The rest of us
dice
just
rolls.
standing in the lobby.
Yeah.
Apparently, because we all went
And
in.
like my MO,
Right.
I'd probably go towards like an office type room first, right? I wouldn't just start looking through cabinets. I'd probably like try to find where Bass works and stuff like that. Look there. Okay.
Visibly.
Investigate. And I'm invisible, so +1.
Nice. 12.
So 5 total.
Oh.
Jeebus, Patrick.
Well, I rolled a 3 and a 1, so.
The good news is you doubled your former score.
Right?
Okay.
Former
So
high
you
schooler.
you stalk towards where Bass's office is. It's labeled Bass on the door.
Sounds right.
Okay.
And you
Pro shop.
turn the doorknob handle, and it sort of creaks open. And Bass
Okay.
looks up, confused, walks to the door, opens it up, and says, "I thought I closed this," and then closes it.
Okay. He probably didn't open it enough for me to sneak inside, did he?
He opened it up fully to look around to see if anyone was there.
Okay. I'll sneak in there.
Okay.
So this-
Dangerous. Now you're locked in a room with the snake man.
Not locked. Not locked.
Closed. Now
Yep,
you're
closed.
closed in a room with a snake man.
He's just of snakes.
He doesn't know I'm in there.
He's a snake man.
Person
Bye,
first.
This guy,
It's a man snake.
this guy walks over to
Person first
the
language.
lobby
He's
area.
a person of snake.
This
He's
is
a man
goon.
snake.
This is a goon.
Okay.
And he
This
says,
is a mook.
"Hey, you said." He goes to Bradford and he
Sure.
says, "You said these people are interested in joining up?"
Are there like forms we have to sign?
No,
Okay.
but I mean, I'm not exactly surprised you would ask if there are like forms. you strike me as kind of a stuffed shirt, you know.
Isn't that good for a criminal organization? Don't you need like somebody who looks nondescript?
You guys are gonna be great. Excuse me, I was mistaken. Bradford, you've certainly got an eye.
Nailed it.
He walks back around the counter.
+1 to mook.
I'm just sad that no one on the internet can see Cece practicing gang
Gang
signs
signs
over
with
here
one
with one
hand,
hand.
We can't see her, don't worry.
Oh, good.
Oh wait, that's one
That's
already.
a W. Alright, that's the letter F. And then a turtle.
Got
I see you. It's F again.
Okay, so you've got a minute, Patrick, while you're on the inside of the office. You've got a new means.
Lordy.
Would you like to make another investigative check?
Don't
Ideally
get
with
snaked.
dice that will roll.
Uh-oh.
Don't get snaked.
Don't get snaked.
It's fun
Okay.
getting into snakes.
Yeah, without touching anything, I'll survey the room to see if, like, there's a spot where it would be, I
I'm
guess.
not shaped
The
the
most
spot.
likely location.
I'm not shaped in
Oops. Floor dice. Hold on.
More dice?
Floor.
Oh, floor dice.
Oh.
Aha! 8!
Woo!
Nice.
Double
Okay.
it again!
So you've got a
16's
question you
next.
can ask me,
There's no
Allyson.
plus. It's just 8.
16's next.
You've got a question you can ask Allyson.
To the room.
Is there any obvious location where presumably something the size of the knot would either be displayed or kept?
Yeah. Oh, in the back on some filing cabinets, oddly similar to the way it was kept back at the community center.
It's not very original.
There's a frame that's got the Ankh inside of it.
Oh man.
The Ankh or the knot?
Pardon me, the knot.
Ha!
Thanks, Joe.
Enough on him. Okay. Cool.
So you know where it is now. Now you have to
I know where it
extricate
is.
yourself from the closed room.
I could, or I don't. I can't take it, can I?
It is not yours.
Can
You
move
can
it?
take it. You can't take it outside.
Does your invisibility extend to your phone?
If I try really hard, yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're bending light. It's not
Yeah.
the body.
It
opposite.
didn't extend
Yeah.
to his back.
And
Or
I
to
practiced
the
on my
knot.
backpack.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know if you could let us know what the situation is like in there, or at least then we could let Bradford know where he needs to be.
That's true. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's text the group and say, found the knot. It's in Bass's office. Help me.
Help.
Help! Help!
I dropped it.
Patrick text group. We received the message.
That is the case. All of your phones light up.
Nice.
Like Sherlock.
What a good session this is.
Mhm.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
Real good.
So Avery, do you run Bradford EXE2? Bradford 2 EXE, I guess? Can't have it 2 in
Can't
the
have
file name.
They can't do it in front of the goons.
Yeah, I'm trying to. So
It's
like,
gone.
again, like this is another. Like, is it? Would Bradford be able to enter into Bass's office without Bass's permission?
It's unlocked, and yes.
Nice.
In a normal day, though.
He probably can't just walk out with the knot in front of Bass.
Yeah.
Bass would notice. It wouldn't be illegal.
Yeah.
So
You probably would get.
So we have to get Bass. We have to get Bass to be like
Out of the office.
out of his office.
out of his office. If
Alright.
we can cause cause a distraction or something like that, or,
A
At
completely
least, like-
legal distraction.
right, like asking him more information about his gang. What sort of benefits do they offer?
I
I'm
like
sure he would be a good salesman at this point.
That's a legal
Is that-
maneuver.
Is that part of the tour? When do we get the tour?
I have a better offer from I have another offer from a gang across town, and I'm just trying to do some comparing and contrasting before I make a final decision.
Market research.
You know what?
Yep.
I think Avery's gonna go with that. That sounds dumb
That
enough.
sounds
Let's do it.
phenomenal.
If I'm gonna
Right.
join a gang, I want to make sure I've joined the right gang. You know.
Right.
Okay, so Bradford goes and
I hear they're
knocks
hard
on,
to get out of.
on Bass's office and opens the door and says, "Hey, Stuart, we got some people here that want to talk to you."
Stuart Bass?
Stuart Bass,
Weird.
I'm pretty sure is the name I
Nice.
gave him.
Yeah.
I'll double check. Yeah, that's
Oh, lame.
Alright.
it. Sorry.
No. It's a great it's great flavor fleeing. But now we get to make fun of this gang boss.
Stew
His
Bass.
name is Stuart.
Stuart, not Stew. For what it's worth. So
Bass.
So
Stu Bass.
Bass looks up and he's deeply confused. He sets down the paperwork he's probably doctoring.
Legally.
That's illegal.
No, illegally. But
Oh wait, he's fine. He's the
He's
owner.
exempt.
Opens up the door, walks outside to the lobby area, says, you guys are with... What do you want?
Oh, I would like you to tell me. I would like you to tell me exactly why I should join your gang.
Bradford
And
2 EXE.
Patrick books it as soon as he's out that door of the study.
Smart. There's been snakes in
Runs
there.
out? Yeah. Okay.
There might still be snakes in there.
I mean, if you're trying to do illegal things...
Right, but like, why is your
Snakes.
gang better than other gangs?
Because I
Right.
run it.
So
What
What are you
separates you
talking
from the...
about?
What separates
What kind
you
of
from
an
the...
interview is this?
We're just trying to help you out. Typically, you would interview us, right?
right. So
As the
we actually have a
owner of
we have a
the...
competing offer from
The
Spencer.
thing while they're
specifically.
distracting him?
Say again?
We have information on Spencer, and we would love to talk to you more about that. Please tell me what you know about Spencer, so that we can help out. We are looking to defect.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's good. We can talk about that. And what were you saying?
Well, I'm asking, is anyone stealing the thing during
Yeah.
Not
this time?
stealing it. Is
Brad
Bradford
is
running
grabbing
Bradford
it.
2
okay,
EXE?
okay, so
Okay.
we're not like wasting this.
No.
Good.
Something is happening.
Yes.
Bradford 2 EXE.
He says, okay, that's
When did you
good.
tell him
If
to
you
do
guys have information about Spencer, by all means, please share. He's deeply invested in what you guys are having to say and does not notice as Bradford walks outside carrying the Ankh into an alley.
Sure.
It's the knot.
Thank you.
Infectious.
Just call it a word.
All right,
the
30 times,
amulet.
it'll stick.
The thing.
Well, okay. So the information that we have about Spencer is that apparently he is a crime, and that you should stay away from him. Thanks very much. I think that I'll see myself out.
The internet censored you. What'd you say?
He said some naughty things.
No, I said Spencer's a crime boss, and I think you should stay away from him. That's the information that I have. Thank you very much. I'll see myself out.
There you go.
Okay.
I
Thank you.
I reach out
Goodbye.
to shake his hand. I'm like, thank you for your time.
There you go.
He shakes and he's profoundly confused, and he's like, I absolutely
Still practicing games.
I absolutely have to do something about Bradford. He goes back into his office and closes the door and locks it.
I hope we don't get Bradford killed.
Oh, we did.
It's now illegal.
Definitely.
As soon as it's out of the building, it's
Definitely
legal to
that's
kill him.
legal.
For anyone to kill him.
Oh god.
So
Oh,
you guys have stolen the Ankh. Bradford's
No.
wet part
Removed.
didn't steal. Stealing is illegal.
Removed.
You
Yay!
removed the
Ankh.
knot from the office. Bradford
Nice.
is waiting for you guys in an alley.
Nice.
That sounds great.
Let's get it.
Retrieve not Ankh.
You guys retrieve the
Uh.
Ankh.
One last thing for Bradford.
Yes?
I just tell him you should cut off all ties with everybody that you know, never return to this place, and start a true and good life.
I'll see what I can do.
Cool.
Avery.
I'm trying to convince him, but I
You
don't
still
know
have
if I
his
need to
phone?
roll. I'm not giving him his phone back. That's fine.
Oh.
It'll be easier to start his new life.
When he's off the
true.
grid.
Yeah,
We
he's
won't be
cutting
able to
all of his
contact him
ties.
now.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
That's hilarious.
So you guys have
Who
successful.
did Avery tell Bass was worth looking into?
Stewart.
Spencer, that was the other
Where?
time boss.
The enemy crime
Oh, not
boss.
Stewart. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Is it
Spencer.
crime boss?
Spencer Ware. pardon.
Spencer.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Live a good life.
You guys are on top of it.
Nice.
Okay, so you guys have successfully stolen back the knot.
Excellent.
I assume you give it to the community center and tell them to put it somewhere where people don't know about
Fire
it.
Sarah.
And fire Sarah.
Fire
Yeah.
Sarah. She can be
Yes.
bought. I knew she was shady.
Committing crimes under guise of not knowing what's going on, even though she's receiving money from criminals.
She was paid by
Yeah, can we build a dome
It's not
around Los Louisiattle?
That's
contributed to a crime. You're right.
She
an
was an
accomplice.
accessory at best.
She's a criminal.
You're
You
a
solved your
I'm not a criminal.
puzzle.
They
You
wouldn't
guys solved
accept
the
me.
knot puzzle. Congratulations.
To make doll.
Woo,
You didn't have
yes.
to make a dollhouse. You could have, but you didn't have to.
Right. How's that dollhouse order coming along?
Yeah.
We're fine.
Good.
Got one.
Nice.
We'll have it if we ever need it.
Steele's phone.
We'll,
We can use it for the other place.
It's true.
It's true.
Wait, but
No, but then crime's
It
legal
moves
in the
the-
place.
yeah.
We
So
want
good.
them to
what
avoid
if you make like a
dollhouses.
ton of window in the dollhouse and then it's not really a doll? I don't know.
Then you can just have made a house for a knot. How nice.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway.
So
So
nice
good.
work.
Woo!
Woo!
Solved.
You guys did it. In
Nice.
exchange, Amun and
Mila.
Mila, thank you, are going to get to work to see if they can find anything to aid you in you guys' investigation,
Nice.
which will
Cool.
be delivered to you next session
Sweet.
in the form of information.
Woohoo!
But yeah, you guys did it. We're done.
Excellent.
The Sowen's Fear and Loathing in Little Harlem. No one died.
Yes.
Yay, and we
so
didn't wreck Hanks.
You
We
didn't
didn't wreck
destroy
Hanks.
Hanks. That was Chief.
We didn't get Bradford Mills
Hopefully
murdered.
Bradford Mills turns out okay.
Right?
So
Unnamed goon who gave us the address still. I mean, he was the MVP.
good. He's the real MVP.
So yeah, this is the questions, comments, concerns.
Woo!
Is that how you thought it was gonna go?
When I wrote
Hell
this,
not.
I came up with a
Flowchart.
no.
Did you have like a long list
It's
of
way
possibilities
worse.
and that wasn't any of them?
No, I didn't. Okay, so this is like. Do you guys remember when you were in the wagon in D&D
Yes.
Yeah.
and you couldn't get out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we solved it like we would.
Yes. This was. I thought, why don't we do that? Because that seemed to be a better puzzle.
Okay.
So I wrote the situation and came up with a handful of rules about how the situation I felt would work and tried to be consistent.
Nice.
And so to that end, there were a bunch of possibilities. In my head, I figured that you guys would probably try to slap the thing. I thought Avery might have someone put the knot on somebody and then have them go outside or wait until they went outside or something like that. So it was solvable.
But Avery was definitely like the.
She didn't have to be. You guys could have done anything as long as it made sense. So that was my whole idea.
Nice.
Was
Could've-
Dollhouse on your radar at all?
Dollhouse was not on my radar.
Would it work?
I don't know. If you could prove to me that the dollhouse was livable, maybe, or like,
By whom does it have to be livable?
well, okay.
So it would have
Would
to
have
be
been a
like
bird
house.
an actual
Right, if it-
tiny house that we had to like bring in
If
on
you
a
had
trailer
done
or
something like that might have worked.
If we smuggled it out in an ant farm, would that be fine?
Maybe. Or if you had used
A fishbowl?
animals to take it out. Because animals don't break the law; they're just animals.
Animals
Sure.
don't have concepts of crime.
We convince what's his face to have one of his snakes eat it. And we-
What'd you say? Snake house.
Ah.
it's a snake house. They live in houses, right? Snake hut.
Sure, of course
think
they
it's
do,
a
yeah.
hut.
It's a snake.
It's a snake house.
Da-na-na-na.
It's mighty
In
mighty.
an earlier draft, you
Just
guys
letting them
got
off.
fooled into going to either Bass's or Ware's, depending on who it was supposed to, or who didn't steal it, with the knot there in place to keep you trapped in there so that you couldn't leave. But instead, it merged, transmuted so that you guys were on the outside trying to get in. The problem was going to be Mila, her one of her things, the weakness to it, is that she goes crazy with rage.
Wait, what?
Just regular
Oh.
or like
Stressed out easily? Oh, rage state. Oh.
Yeah, she did try and attack me.
It's true.
And then she had to drink it off. Yeah,
Me-
she's Sekhmet.
Mm.
For whatever reason, the Egyptians were terrified of Sekhmet. Well, hold on, not for whatever reason.
this is very reasonable.
Yeah,
It's a very
she could
reasonable
destroy
reason.
people.
Blind rage,
Yeah.
mass murder sprees.
Read
Anyway.
Wictive, it's good.
Super good.
That was all of my plans.
Woo!
We're proud of everybody.
Good
They
work.
were
It was fun for me.
nice.
I
That was
hope
fun.
it was fun for everybody else.
That's fun.
I'm gonna kill a stream.
It was
GG's.
really good.
Good night,
GG's,
stream.
guys.
We'll see you when it's convenient.
Bye.
That was so good.
Boop, boop.